nervous about this one game or Arkansas being able to be the better of Florida State. I mean, I'm a little nervous about that lefty, but that's just, I think everybody is about that.
Right.
But I'm excited for the game, but nervous for the whole event, I guess, so to speak.
Well, I would say that right now I'm confident. I'm more confident.
Yeah.
And I think the reason is because not only is the game one making me more confident because you have Isaiah Campbell on the mound. And we know how great he's been, especially in the postseason play. We know that he has only lost one game as a starter this year. He's an elite player. And I think just right now, because I have so much confidence in them winning game one because he's on the mound, that I'm confident. Now, when Arkansas, and if Arkansas, assuming they do, beat Florida State going into game two, that's when I think I'll have the flip. That's when it'll go from, okay, game one, great, but game two, we're going to see who actually ends up being the starting pitcher there because I don't even think Dave Van Horn knows. He may just try to, or maybe he does know. I don't know. I just know he hasn't mentioned it on who's going to be starting game two. But no matter who it is, there's going to be that level of concern like, ooh, geez. And if they ended up playing Texas Tech, which is the favorite between them and Michigan, then it'll be, okay, because Texas Tech's a really good team. So that's, I think, when the nervousness will pop in for me. But right now, I'm confident, and if Arkansas was able to get through that game against Texas Tech, say, for instance, say if they won game one and game two, then my confidence goes through the roof because I'm like, all right, it's almost like you got over the hump. You got over the difficult part in that game two. So it may just be a range of emotions, a roller coaster of emotions for me the entire time that Arkansas is in the College World Series.
Now, we'll get a chance to talk about it Monday, and you're going to be in Omaha. We'll know by then. I mean, Dave is, I think, going to – I don't know if he probably won't tell you now that I think because there's a day in between. So I don't know if he'll say anything after Saturday night's game. Yeah, we're going to go with Wicklander or we're going with Nolan or something off the board like Scroggins. We haven't really discussed those possibilities. I really think it'll be Wicklander or Nolan. I don't know if he'll tell you Saturday night after the game, win or lose, because you have the Sunday off or – I wonder if we'll be able to discuss it officially on Monday and know what's going to happen. Be interesting to see how that plays out and how he handles it because you do have the day in between games like you don't normally get in regional or super regional play.
Let me ask you something since we're on the topic. If you're Dave Van Horn, which we know you're not, Tommy, but if you were Dave Van Horn and Isaiah Campbell gets game one victory against Florida State, who right now would you feel best or at least the more confident in starting in game two?
I was just thinking about that. I think I would. And listen, can you really find much difference between the way Wicklander and Nolan started in the Super Regional? They were pretty much the same, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I would lean towards Wicklander just because while he had nothing to do with the win, the whole setup there ended up in victory. So, I mean, I don't know that that's a great way to go about unwinding that. But in that game, with the way you followed it up, you ended up winning the game. Now, Wicklander had nothing to do with it. But I do think that's the way I would go, and that's probably not great reasoning. I don't know how you separate those two. So I think I would go that direction. Now, one of the considerations is going to be righty versus lefty. Now, that's probably more of the baseball way to look at it. Now, I want to throw a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher, depending on who you're playing. Mm-hmm. So I think ultimately – that's how you make the call. Don't want a righty in Nolan or a lefty in Wicklander. Yeah.
Well, it makes me wonder, too, if Arkansas and Dave Van Horn is going to change who pitches depending on if Arkansas wins or loses. With Isaiah Campbell. If he ends up losing the game against Florida State, when you're facing elimination, does the complete pitching idea or pitching strategy that Van Horn had, does that change? Does it change on who you're going to dictate on who comes into that game? I don't know.
If you can feel pretty confident that you can get Scroggins and Kostichak to do the same thing again, it gives you a lot more comfort, I would guess, in making the decision either way you go.
So which is a great point because I feel like in game two, no matter who ends up being the starting pitcher, if it's Noland or if it's Wicklander, I'm bringing in Scroggins in relief next, right? Based on the performance he gave in the Super Regional. Yeah. I mean, he's got to be the guy, right?
Yeah, I think if you don't, I mean, not that Dave's going to get greatly questioned on any of his decisions because he is Dave Van Horn. But yeah, I mean, why would you not go with that based on what you've seen? I think baseball is more of a you go with a hot hand kind of sport. So
Yeah.
and the other question, okay, we know about Scroggins. We know about Kostychuk because we just saw it. Kevin Kopps is another guy that I think, and I heard Phil talking about this with Ty the other day. He's a guy you're going to have to get something out of while you're in Omaha. So, and he's been inconsistent, but he does have the stuff to be good. He's a guy that you hope you can have some confidence in putting him in, and a non-elimination situation might be the place you'd feel a lot more confident throwing him out there and say, all right, let's see how these first few batters go, and then, having another arm ready. So Kopps is another name that will enter the equation most likely. So as a relief guy. Question is, if you got in a situation you needed a fourth starter, now what? I don't have an
roll
answer
the
for that.
dice, just see who it ends up. I don't know.
If weather forced that, or just now, obviously the key and the reason why you have the advantage, you win game one, you win against either Michigan or Texas Tech in game 2 on Monday night. Then you're off till Friday.
Yeah, a lot of rest.
Well, then I don't know. Then the possibility of starting Campbell again would be real. But then you got to think, well, if we win that game, then you're off till you don't have him for game 1 of a championship round. So it's a big puzzle you have to put together. But other than Mike Martin, who's making his 17th trip to the College World Series, you got Dave making his 8th. So pretty confident he knows how to put the puzzle together.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably already got it in his mind, and he's already working out scenario. All right, if this happens, I'm doing this. If this happens, I'm doing that. I'm sure he has it all laid out. We just don't know about it, and we're just going to have to wait and see how he handles it. But, there's no question about it that if they get game 1 victory, would you agree, Tommy, that game 2 is going to be the most pivotal game, obviously, besides winning the whole championship in a game 2 or game 3 scenario in the finals? But this game 2, or the second game Arkansas will be playing in the College World Series, is going to be pivotal because you're either, 1, going to be facing elimination if they lose, or 2, that's going to dictate exactly whether it's Wicklander or Noland, kind of where their confidence level is at, because I have no doubt that Arkansas will get runs. It's just a matter of how you're going to start those games, because you cannot start those games the way you did against Ole Miss in game 2, giving up a bunch of hits, walking a bunch of batters, like that. That team, whatever, if even it's Michigan or Texas Tech, doesn't matter. That team's going to kill you for that. So game 2 to me is the one. It's like you got to watch, and that's going to be whether or not Arkansas is for real, or if they're going to be making a quick trip home.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you lose game 2, it's not it doesn't seal your fate. Now
Right.
it begins to, but I believe Oregon State lost their game 2 and then fought their way back last year to get to the championship round. So it can be done, and I believe was done last year by the Beavers.
Yeah. Well, it's not impossible, I would say.
Yeah,
but
they lost their first game, which was weird because Phil
Lost their first game. So it wasn't their second game. So they were fighting elimination from the get-go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Because I asked Phil, I was like, can Arkansas win this whole thing if they lose with Isaiah Campbell on the mound Saturday night? He goes, well, Oregon State did it last year.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's all the info I needed to know.
Yeah.
It's obviously not favorable.
No.
It's not the design track.
Yeah. It's kind of
and mainly it's because you need the rest for your pitchers.
Yeah. And if you really think about it, Oregon State won it all last year, where their ace pitcher lost both of his games that he played in. He lost his first game against Washington, and also lost his first game against Arkansas in the College World Series.
The odds of that being repeated back-to-back years by any team or a different team going that same track are pretty minimal. You win by having your ace pitcher pitch well.
Yeah. Well, they're telling me there's a chance, Tom.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it doesn't take you to zero. So.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Arkansas is going to have opportunities, but boy, oh boy, would it be nice just to go 2-0 to start over on Saturday and on Monday. If you do that, confidence is really going to start building. It's already there now, but it's really going to get elevated to think Arkansas can truly do this and get back to the College World Series finals. But we're going to talk about all of this. We're, of course, going to be joined by Scott Tabor, former Razorback pitcher, around 7:30 this morning. Also, Eric Llewellyn, who is the voice of the Florida State Seminoles, is going to be joining us around 8 o'clock this morning. Going to talk about their side and how Mike Martin has been able to do the great job he has in postseason play. We'll get to that. And, of course, your phone calls, 877-377-6963 on a Fastball Friday presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Happy Father's Day from everyone at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. It's Truck Month 2.0. They got to get all the 2018s out. I think there's 4 2018 Sierra Denali's left. And Dad, you would love one of these Denali Sierras because they're fully loaded, of course leather, but heated and cooled seats, navigation, all the little extras you want in your next truck. And right now, up to $15,000 off retail while they remain. I was there Wednesday, and there was a red one, 2 silver ones, and I think a white one left. So go by and check. They're underneath the awning there when you get to Harry Robinson. These are the 2018 Denali Sierras, $15,000 off, and they have to sell this month. So go by and make a great deal with a crew at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, where you always get more for your trade.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson. My mom and dad founded Razorback Camper Sales 50 years ago. It all started back in 1969 on the corner of St. Louis and Airport Road in Hot Springs. Spending time with family and helping our customers make lasting memories is what we've been doing for the last half century. Isn't that right, Mac?
That's right, Papa!
From all of us at Razorback Camper Sales, thank you for the last 50 years.
The new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. This is our promise to you at the new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal, Oklahoma.
Harry Robinson Salisal Ford.
This is the Morning Rush.
Your number one Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
It's Truck Month 2.0 at Harry Robinson, and all the 2018s have got to go. There are only 6 2018 Sierra trucks remaining. They have to sell this month. Discounts over $15,000 off retail while they last. And the all-new 2019 GMC Sierra with a redesigned body style and the all-new tailgate. Take $12,000 off retail or choose 0% for 72 months. It's Truck Month 2.0. All the 18s have got to go at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's or visit our website at kofers.com.
This is Mark Hurst. How important is new technology? That's a question I was recently asked by a student at a career day presentation at a local school. At Hurst Family Dental Care, we use new technology like digital x-rays, an iTero scanner instead of those messy impressions, and an Invisalign outcome simulator which can show you within minutes how Invisalign can straighten your teeth. Give us a call at 474-1972 and let us show you how new technology makes a difference in the way we are able to care for you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
If you take great pride in your lawn, it's time to come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and check out our full line of Hustler zero-turn lawnmowers. Zero-turn mowers from Hustler will give you the perfectly manicured cut you want. With power, strength, and speed, you can quickly maneuver around any obstacle with ease. And with payments starting as low as $54 a month, you can have that perfect lawn without breaking the bank. So come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville today or see us online at williamstractor.com to check out our full line of Hustler mowers. Williams Tractor is here to get you ready for spring.
Jody'sAuto.com sells tires, lots of tires, the best tire brands, at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or Big Tire Chain Store. Price match guarantee. But at Jody'sAuto.com, it's the people. They know tires. They can help you find the best tire for your vehicle at a price you'll want to pay and financing. Free flat repair to everyone. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. Can't get that at the club or chain. But Jody'sAuto.com does way more. 3 oil change specials, 1 for every budget, 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith, 1 in Van Buren. And they do everything, all services, all maintenance, all tires, even towing and fleets. One stop for everything, jodysauto.com. Can't get any of that at the club or chain. Voted best of the best by the customers. Since 1984, one stop, convenience and trust, jodysauto.com.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
ESPN 95.3.
So I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier and watch the sunset disappear.
Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
So long.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Going to get some quick hitting headlines that are presented by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, Williams Tractors in Fayetteville, Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas is in Rogers. Either location has big dog mowers that have you covered, able to do the job with an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty, and Big Dog will take care of you with prices starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit. Hey, you can have that perfect lawn you need and do it without breaking the bank with Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers.
I know it's all been about Razorback baseball, but this also happened last night. Pretty much history.
Cousins inbounds the ball. Curry heaves it at the buzzer. It's no good. Franchise history. League history. The Toronto Raptors are NBA champions. A city, a province, a country celebrates. The NBA championship is due north.
The NBA champions are the Toronto Raptors. Just like we all expected however many years ago that they've been around, 20, 25, 30, 40, I don't care, it doesn't matter. There's a team in Canada that has an NBA title, Tommy.
A city, a province, a country celebrates. I don't think we'll be often saying a province celebrates a championship. So,
no.
You know, I think most of America was happy about this because I think most of America doesn't like Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hey, were you watching any of this late?
I did not. I only see when it's those late games. I just do highlights, man.
I was watching. I understand. Klay Thompson gets hurt. Now I found out this morning it's a ACL.
That's right, in his kney.
Now, I learned something new. I didn't know this rule. I don't watch a lot of NBA, so I'm sure that guys out there listening watches a lot. If you get injured and can't shoot the free throws, you're out for the game. You can't come back in. I did not know that. Because he gets injured on the play. They're on the baseline. He's fouled. Nothing dirty or, flagrant about the play. He's headed up the tunnel to not knowing what's wrong, not knowing he has an ACL tear. And someone runs up there with their phone and whatever, says, hey, and you couldn't hear what they were saying. And then it felt like a wrestling night or something. Here he comes jogging back down the tunnel and out onto the floor. And why they held the game up that long, I don't know. I guess because he needed to know that. And he shoots the free throws, and the crowd goes nuts when he comes from the tunnel.
Right.
But I didn't know you were gone for the game if you couldn't shoot the free throws. Then they had to foul to get him out of the game. So, I don't know, it was a weird scenario.
Yeah, because usually, like, what other scenario in a game makes that happen? Like, if you're shooting a three-pointer and you miss but like you're foul or you're hurt, you come out of the game and you can come back in. I don't know. I feel like that's really just a strange thing.
Breen and those guys are all if he doesn't shoot these free throws, he can't come back in the game. I'm like, well, so I guess you're a guy that watches a lot of NBA probably knows it. I just never had seen that because you get injured, you can't shoot the free throws, and I'm sure the rule is there so you can't fake injury.
That's what I was about to say.
Hey, we're gonna let this. we're not going to let Shaquille shoot the free throws. We're going to have somebody else do it.
Yeah, because I'm sure that I haven't watched every NBA game in my life, but I guarantee you there's been times where that happened, where you had a poor free throw shooter get fouled and he faked an injury, so that way it's like, oh, well, if that 56 free throw percent shooter is going to be up, let's just get the 90% guy in there.
Now, did you know in college that if that situation happens and it's not a flagrant foul, that the other team's coach chooses who's going to replace them? So the guy's not out of the game, but that's the thing in college that might sneak up on people is if your guy is fouled and it's not a flagrant foul, then the opposing coach is going to choose who shoots the free throws. So,
do you like that rule better?
Well, I mean, it guards against what we were talking about there, where you can, particularly in a critical moment late in the game and you got the wrong guy at the line, it's like one of them Rodney Dangerfield deal. Oh, my arm, my arm. They're in Caddyshack. Now you need Danny Noonan at the free throw line. So, so it keeps from that happening. So I think teams don't do that because they know, well, these coaches, that's one more thing for a coach to prepare. Who is their worst free throw shooter?
Yes.
I need to know that information.
Yes.
Some assistant is in charge of that.
Yeah.
So, but in the NBA, you're done.
Yeah. Interesting
rule.
It's
like a baseball substitution.
Yeah, interesting rule. Which is, again, I understand it. It makes sense. But, again, I'm with you, Tommy. I did not know that was a rule.
So Toronto wins it all. I mean, I'd like to have odds on that to be. Hey, what were the odds preseason on that?
Yeah, a team from Canada, the Toronto Raptors from the East Conference, not even like a Western Conference team. I mean, it's just it was all
Golden
surprising.
State
And beat Golden State. Yeah, I mean, it was all so surprising. But congratulations to them. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
What's your more? Maybe it's more days in flip-flops, on a beach, that you own, in the Caymans. Whatever you'd like more of, Mega Millions from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $40 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
0% financing and huge spring savings on new Buicks at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 2019 Buick Encore, only $18,999 or just $299 a month. That's a 2019 for under $19,000. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most Buick models, including the Cascada, Encore, Regal, LaCrosse, and Envision. Spring into savings at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hey there, it's Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. Big Dog Mowers have you covered no matter the job. With an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty, Big Dog will take care of you. And with prices starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit, you can have that perfect lawn you need and want without breaking the bank. And if you serve or have served in the military or as a first responder, take advantage of the Big Dog Hero program and receive 10% off your next mower. Come see us at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers today.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's or visit our website at kofers.com.
Did someone say, I'm hungry? Visit 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Try the new panini sandwiches like the Chicken Pyro or the Cubana or the signature 906 wings. Jumbo wings roasted with honey bacon jam. Want some spice? Try the black and blue wings. Experience their salads, flatbreads, coffees and desserts, top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Treat your appetite on the Avenue.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm getting drunk on a plane. Buying drinks for everybody but the pilot. It's a party. Got the 737 rocking like a
to the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush, where we are brought to you by Southern Tire Mart.
Yeah, Highway 271 and 540 in Fort Smith. You can count on Southern Tire Mart for the best in-class service for all of your automotive needs, offering all of America's most trusted tire brands, including the best-selling Toyo tires. That's the brand they sell more of than anyone, and they can get you a great price. And if you need an oil change while you're there, or just, hey, I don't need tires, but I do need some service work done, hey, they can take care of it at Southern Tire Mart. $24.95 every day for a great oil change. Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540. Stop in and see them or call the crew, 646-2674.
Let's go to the phone lines. Melanie is in Harrison. What's going on, Melanie?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Just the same. Today's my last day for 2 weeks on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
That's very nice. I'm jealous.
Going anywhere fun?
We're going out to Utah.
Oh.
Okay.
Not to Omaha? Not for the next 2 weeks in Omaha? You decided to go to Utah?
Well, unfortunately, this was planned long before we knew anything about the World Series going on, but we've got a lot of family out there.
Oh, it sounds like a good time.
Out there. But we are traveling that direction. I was going to ask you, after I talked to you about the basketball game, if you could tell me about the detour up there, because we have to go that way too. But did you guys watch the game last night?
I know Tommy did. I watched the highlights afterwards.
I watched the second half. I was out and about, and then I did catch all of the second half. So
I didn't get to see the very first period. I don't think I actually got into it until the middle of the second, but that was a really, really good game. It was really tight. Nobody went on an extreme run of like 16 points or more. It was really tight. I thought it was really well played too. And I didn't know about that rule you guys were talking about with Klay Thompson and the free throws, but all I could think of was, wow, what a way to Kerry Strug up and power through it.
Yeah, because I can tell you this. I've never torn an ACL, but I have torn my Achilles tendon. Yeah, I've torn my Achilles tendon before, and the last thing I wanted to do was stand up and do anything. Yeah. So I can't imagine how he was doing that.
Well, and that's the thing too. I didn't just tear my ACL. I destroyed my ACL 3 years ago. I mean, there was nothing left in my ACL. I had to have it completely replaced.
Yikes.
It was bad. And that's the same year that, not the same year, but a year later is when Carson Wentz did it. And he didn't even know he had done it until he'd already played. He made like 2 or 3 other plays before he came out of the game. So I don't know. I don't think his was as bad as mine, but I know mine. I couldn't even stand up. The minute I tried to stand up, the whole leg just buckled.
Yeah, there's degrees of it too.
Yeah,
so,
certainly not about it.
Have a good time on your vacation. So
you too.
I appreciate it, Melanie.
And be sure and remember, you can listen to us whether you're going to Omaha or Utah. HitThatLine.com or on the TuneIn app or to stay up with everything we got going on the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that's going to be in Omaha, but we're actually going to be streaming live from all over the world. So no matter where you're at, you can listen to us. That's for sure. Hey, we're brought to you by Rhodes Chevrolet. For over 80 years, Rhodes Chevrolet has been a name you can trust. Rhodes has been dependable in the car buying, car owning experience. And from the first time you walk into the showroom, you're treated like family because you're part of the family-owned dealership and the service department that has served the River Valley for over 8 decades. Find your dependable vehicle today at 2800 Alma Highway in Van Buren or at RhodesChevy.com, where they've been dependable since 1934. So I'm interested in seeing how people are going to feel, how confident they are, because that's a good question we started with, Tommy. You more confident or you're more nervous about the College World Series for Omaha?
Hey, brought to you by World of Wireless Father's Day weekend. Lock in the price for 2 long years for Dish and save Dad some money every month on the bill right now with World of Wireless. That's 877-305-DISH. They can have you installed before this weekend is up. 48-hour local installation with World of Wireless, and your bill can be way under $80 a month for 3 rooms in the house. 877-305-DISH, and you get a $100 Visa card gift card this weekend for Dad. 877-305-DISH.
Summertime is fun time, and we're all about it at Rath Auto Resources. Hi, folks. Larry Rath here with exciting news about our summer sales drive. We're out to break every sales record this summer, and we're doing it with extra for trades, fast, easy financing for every situation, and huge discounts on our entire Rath road-ready inventory. Like these special purchase 2018 Toyota Corolla LEs for only $14,848 or $0 down and $229 a month while they last. Plus, we'll be giving away a showroom full of summer fun prizes, including a grand prize trip to Big Cedar Lodge. Or let us take care of the car you have with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work in our Meineke Car Care Center. Don't wait. Give us a call, go online, or visit us today to save some real money on a nicer, newer car and register to win fun prizes during the summer sales drive at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
No purchase necessary. 0 down payment with approved credit. See dealer for details.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's, or visit our website at kofers.com.
ESPN 95.3.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Solo Cup. I lift you up. Proceed to party. Proceed to party. Now I really love how you're easy to stack, but I really hate how you're easy to crack. Because when beer runs down in front of my...
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Fastball Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Yeah, it's Truck Month 2.0 right now at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, up to $15,000. In fact, over, let me get this correct, over $15,000 off on remaining 2018 Sierra trucks. And these are all Denali's. They got four left. Go by and choose those. Ty's going to be out there this afternoon. You can come by and say hi to him. And, hey, if your car was involved in the recent flooding, whether you live in Oklahoma or Arkansas, they've got special incentives to help those affected with vehicles that were damaged in the recent floods and extreme weather in both Arkansas and Oklahoma. Just stop by the dealership or give them a call. They can give you the details on General Motors and Harry Robinson's special incentives for those as part of the disaster relief from General Motors and Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
So we've been talking about, obviously, Arkansas baseball and how confident or nervous you are heading into the College World Series. I put the poll question out on social media, hit that line AR. I'll be interested to see how everybody feels about it. Tommy, I think you said in the beginning – were you more confident or more nervous, or was it just a half and half thing?
I'm excited about the start of it. I'm not really nervous about this first game, and I think it's because Isaiah Campbell's pitching. I'm excited about the College World Series starting. I'm not nervous yet. I think I'll get nervous when the stakes, and the stakes are high now, don't get me wrong, but you're not facing elimination in this first game. So I don't know. I'm just excited about tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Being in front of the TV, I just can't wait.
Yeah, and what's kind of the scary part about it, not to put this thought in anyone's mind, but if Arkansas, say, lost Game 1 to Florida State, though, I don't know how confident. I don't know where my confidence level would be to come back from that. I know that we threw out Oregon State, had done it last year and all that, but
what are the odds of some team doing it twice?
Yes.
I'm nervous about the idea. And I guess my uneasy feelings are about how far this team can go. I mean, last year's team felt like it's a little more equipped from a pitching standpoint, but I don't know. I'm just a little nervous. Do you have enough starting pitching? And I'm probably basing that way too much on what we saw in the Super Regional, which wasn't exactly the norm. But I think we get caught up in the last thing we saw.
Yep.
And I think that's what So you got to calm down and look at the fact that, well, how did you win the West without good starting pitching all year long? Oh, yeah, it's been pretty good all year long in games 2 and 3. So Arkansas won 20 SEC games, and we got to go back and remember what we saw this last weekend wasn't exactly the norm from Wicklander and Connor Nolan.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Are you more?
You don't win 20 games by accident in this league.
That's right. If you're more confident, you're more nervous about the College World Series, let us know. 877-377-6963. Let's go to the phone lines. Danny is in Russellville. What's going on, Danny?
Good morning, guys. As far as the Hogs, it looks to me like clearly Arkansas and Vanderbilt are the two best teams in this College World Series.
Yes.
And it appears they're on a collision course. But I feel, Florida State grinds out at bats, but you're going to have to throw strikes against them, and that's good that we got Campbell because he throws a lot of strikes. So I feel pretty good about that one. The NBA Finals and the NHL, the St. Louis Blues, Toronto Raptors, they both won those championships winning 3 games on the road. How odd is that?
Don't see that very often.
No. I mean,
good point.
Usually if you lose a game at home, you're in big, big trouble. I just think it's odd. They both won 3 games on the road to win their championships. Who would thought Golden State would give up 3 losses at home? I didn't see that coming, but that changes their whole team, losing 2 players for they're probably done for next year too, it looks like, right?
I don't know if they'll be done for next year, but I would be shocked if either of them started game 1 of the season next year.
Well, those are really, pretty serious injuries. Before I get off here, a public service announcement.
Okay.
The great city of Fort Smith is going to have a concert October 1st with the world's best a cappella group, Home Free, is going to be in Fort Smith, and you guys are having a great concert. Come to your city, and I just wanted to get that out there.
Check it out, huh?
All
Are
right,
you going to come
guys.
up from
Thanks
Russellville?
Thanks for
You
taking my
coming
call,
from
guys.
Russellville to see it?
Well, I've seen them 3 times. I saw them in Conway, and I saw
Wait a
them
minute.
in...
You're telling us how great it is, and you got an hour-and-a-half drive, and you're not going to come up here?
I may do it, Tommy.
All
I may
right.
do it. I've seen them 3 times, but they're a really good concert. And
Listen, I've seen James Taylor about 12 times,
Oh, well, if you like James Taylor, you'd probably like Home Free.
Yeah.
It's probably your kind of music, Tommy.
I can't wait to see. I saw Zach Brown earlier this summer. I can't wait to go back and see them again. That was a great show. Probably a little different than what you're talking about here, though.
Well, Home Free is not what you think it is. If you listen to them, you can't even tell it's a cappella because they have bass, they have percussion, and all of it done with human voice. It's pretty amazing. But anyway, guys, you have a good day, and thanks for taking my call.
I appreciate it as always, Danny.
Human voice as opposed to
Non-human
computer voice.
Yeah, robot voices.
Non-human voice, robot voices,
something like that.
All right, I'll check. I didn't know it was coming to the River Valley, but we'll check that out. So,
are you going to check it out?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't even know when it is. So, never heard of them. But I like this that acapella stuff done right. It's pretty good. Danny's right about that. So, how about this? I'll YouTube it first and let you know.
There you go. That's a smart thing to do.
Hey, is your home in Arkansas and at least 10 years old, and are you an OG&E customer? If you can say yes to those questions, they have a free weatherization program designed specifically for you to increase your comfort and lower your bills. Now, a trained crew is going to come out and do an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, their crew is going to install measures that could really help you out, like more attic insulation, LED light bulbs, weather stripping, advanced power strips, smoke alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, and a whole lot more. There's a limited number of homes that they can do on this program, and it's absolutely free. 800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741 for the free home weatherization improvement program from OG&E.
Tommy, I was hoping that we would get this phone call this morning. You know who it is already before you even look at the monitor. You know who it is. So let's go back to the phone lines and welcome in Eddie in Clarksville. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to the whole nation. As the last couple of weeks, as I said the other day, listen to this. In exactly a little over 24 hours or so, as they say, The countdown is on. And to this baseball home team, you prepared yourself all season for this moment. The biggest stage in college baseball. Gentlemen, this is your moment. You just come out of a heavyweight bout with more than a worthy opponent that sets you up for the heavyweight championship of college baseball. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going there on the home train with a mission, with a head of steam, with your mojo. And it's going to be on the biggest stage again in college baseball. It's going to be on display come Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. So, Mr. Isaiah Campbell, son, this is your moment. You shut down, should be undefeated. You're 12-1, and you're going for the heavyweight championship of the world. Shut them down. The Seminoles, the Florida State, of the dose of home mojo to the batting lineup. Bring that mojo with your bat. Bring your mojo with your pitches. Bring your mojo with your base stealing. Bring your mojo with your defense. So go get that championship and bring it back to Baum Stadium. Bring the title back to the greatest fan base in the country. To the greatest stadium in college baseball at Baum. So we'll be seeing you because the bell is ringing. I want to hear the whistle on the home train. Because the bell, the countdown is on.
And thank you for taking my call. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Eddie. Okay, now you fired up, Tommy. Now you ready?
It's like talking to Larry Rath, and he didn't say, "Hey, folks, come and see us."
I know.
We don't know the call is over till. Thank you
for
taking my call.
Yeah, it's got to be about the taglines there. So Eddie's pumped up. Eddie's ringing the bell. Wants to hear the whistle blow.
I'm telling you, the Arkansas social media team does a great job.
Oh yeah.
Of all these videos, they had the dog pile of the day, Dave, DVH cam, Curtis cam. If at some point one of these teams, football team or this baseball team, I'm not suggesting he gives the pregame speech as we run out on the field, but I'm telling you, if Eddie in Clarksville got to address the team, and he would do it in that fashion, and that video was put up on the official Arkansas social media accounts, it'd break the internet.
I don't know if we want to go down that road.
Oh, don't tell me you wouldn't watch it 1,000 times.
I mean, I'd watch it, but if he's talking to the players, what are the players going to think about that? I mean, I don't know what their usual pregame speeches are or anything like that.
It needs to be one of those deals like from Rudy, where he's, everybody's on a knee listening intently, and then they just like run through the brick wall kind of deal. It needs to. It would make for very entertaining social media content.
Okay, that right there I do agree with. It would make for entertaining social media content, but what
I'm not suggesting this happens during, I don't know, the College World Series, but at some point this could be, maybe later this fall. Chad, I don't know. Chad Morris ain't got any room to be playing around, so that's the problem.
Yeah, have him do it in Game 2 of the College World Series final before the 9th inning before the players run out there. There you go. Yeah, that'll work. You can do it there too.
But that would, I think it would break the internet. So.
It would certainly break the internet here on the Morning Rush because we would probably be playing that ad nauseum, and people would love it, people would hate it, but people would still listen and still watch the Eddie in Clarksville.
Eddie's a 50-50. There's no gray with it. We get, and then we'll get in the next 10 minutes. Hey, that makes my ears bleed, or I am so pumped up. Something along those lines.
Yep.
People either love Eddie's calls and can't wait for the next one, or they beg us to never take his call again.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't know how I feel about all of his calls because a lot of them are the same. But, I don't want to get into censoring people, If he wants to call and he wants to be fired up, we're going to let him.
We're about the First Amendment here on the Morning Rush. We are all about freedom of speech of Eddie in Clarksville. So, but, hey, and the thing is, listen, he doesn't call every day. And if he does, we don't let him on every day. It's just on special occasions, and today is a Friday before the College World Series, so it only seems right. But either way, always love Eddie in Clarksville calling in. So we got to take a commercial break, and we are the Morning Rush, and we are brought to you by the Bull Shoals Lake White River Chamber of Commerce.
Hey, if you're looking for a fun getaway right here in our state, and you want a short drive, you want to make it easier, maybe you've got an RV or a travel trailer and you want to find a new place to go camp, I've got the deal for you. Bull Shoals Lake and the White River. In fact, I don't know if you saw, I shared this on Facebook. It's from the Game and Fish. There was a 37.6-pound brown trout caught on the White River. So this is the area we're talking about. If you like to trout fish, if you like to go to the lake, you like hiking, you like biking trails, of course, all the water activities, campgrounds, playgrounds, all of it, they've got it for you at Bull Shoals Lake and the White River. It is a wonderful canvas for you to just enjoy, just to look at the beautiful scenery in north central Arkansas. Hey, don't forget all the spring, summer, and fall festivals, a spectacular fireworks show that they'll have on July 4th from the Bull Shoals Dam, and plenty of great family activities to enjoy. So check it all out, bullshoals.org. That's bullshoals.org. Or drive over for a stay. This brought to you by the Bull Shoals Lake and White River Chamber of Commerce. They wish you were here.
Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Invest in your family this summer with a Doughboy Above Ground Pool. Doughboy Above Ground Pools are the highest quality above ground pool on the market. Save up to $800 off on select Doughboy Above Ground Pool packages. That's only $65 a month with your approved credit. Don't miss this sale on Doughboy Above Ground Pools at Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith, and just off I-49 in Springdale. Vacation at home this summer with a Doughboy Above Ground Pool from Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Supercuts of Rogers is hiring. Supercuts team members take pride in maintaining a positive, professional, and creative workplace. Supercuts team members provide the highest quality for guests by attending training courses at our Hairstylist Academy, as well as ongoing coaching and guidance by renowned Supercuts artistic directors. Supercuts has the highest base pay in the market, including paid time off, commission-based performance pay, great tips, company-sponsored health insurance, and much more. Simply apply online at supercuts.com or contact Joe at 520-203-3416.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
There's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Qualified Oklahoma and Arkansas residents affected by flooding can get $500 disaster relief assistance toward a new Toyota. Toyota's disaster relief assistance is available on new Toyota vehicles financed through TFS. Finance charges and other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details. Offer in 7-8-19.
This is the Morning Rush.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. It's okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget, or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's, or visit our website at kofers.com.
Does this sound like you?
Or is this more like it?
Or maybe your inner biker sounds like...
No matter what motorcycle motor is music to your ears, Shelter Insurance has a policy that's music to your wallet.
Shelter insures your fun stuff. Motorcycles to riding mowers, ATVs to RVs, bikes to bass boats. If it rides, rolls, or floats, we can cover it. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter agents Ted McAvoy or Jeff Clark about a free insurance review.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Hey dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to the next level? XL Speed Training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club has the proven results to maximize your athlete's potential. Designed for both male and female athletes of all ages and various sports to improve mobility, endurance, agility, and vertical jump. Take your game to the next level with XL Speed Training. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. That's Mike at 479-926-0193 at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
ESPN 95.3.
A high roller, even when the chips are down.
Who needs coffee in the morning when you have John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft? This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We're brought to you by Quantum Property Services, buying, selling, and investing, and encompassing all of your property needs. Right now, it is the time to get with their real estate pros to find your new home while interest rates are really low, which means you get more house for your money. But you need a pro to help you through the process. Quantum Real Estate has seasoned pros that know their stuff and can guide you through the experience with confidence. Hey, if you even thought about getting into real estate investing, one call does it all, and they can find the right property or properties and make it hassle-free by managing those properties for you. Give them a call today to get started at 479-434-6860 or go to their website at quantumpropertyservicesinc.com. You know, we've been discussing Razorback baseball heading to College World Series. On the other side of the break, though, Tommy, I'm going to go right into this Brett Bielema thing. And we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, we ain't gotten into this yet. So, give us a little primer on this.
Yeah. So essentially, Zach Smith, which, yes, that's Zach Smith. You've probably heard his name
Ohio
before.
State Zach Smith.
That's right. The former assistant coach who was accused of beating his wife and was essentially led to the downfall of Urban Meyer at Ohio State because, just long story short, Zach Smith was accused of this. It was going on for quite some time. Urban Meyer and his wife knew about it, did not do anything about it, did not go to anybody about it, just kind of let it all settle. And it was their inaction was essentially what was the biggest problem here. But it was this big story. Well, Zach Smith has gone insane, or he has always been insane. He's been a crazy person, and he's been putting together a podcast called Menace to Society. Seems fitting, doesn't it, Tommy?
Well, if you're not going to coach again, ever, you better find something else to do.
Start a podcast. If you can't coach, start a podcast. Well, anyways, he's been doing these podcasts, and he's been telling these stories, basically just tearing apart and throwing pot shots at people any way he can. But he had a very interesting story about Brett Bielema while at Arkansas. Now, you're saying, well, Zach Smith, this guy's a crazy person. He probably wouldn't even he'd be saying these things. Who knows if he's telling the truth? Well, we have pretty good proof that he was actually telling the truth. So we'll get into that story. Really fascinating stuff about Brett Bielema. It also explains a lot, too, Tommy, in my opinion. Explains a whole lot and is just a prime example of the failure of Brett Bielema while at Arkansas. So we'll get into that. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Rod is on I-40. What's going on, Rod?
No. You said the B word. Can't have that. No more Brett.
Oh, okay. Can I call him Bert then? Can we say Bert Bielema?
There you go. No, good show, guys. Very classy. I thought that's too classy. I got to fix that. So I called in.
We appreciate it.
And, I like Eddie. He's very rooty, very motivational. Win one for the Gipper. I couldn't do that on my best day. I like to be demotivational if at all possible. Keep things on the down low. I love going to the same groups on concerts over and over. I mean, I love AC/DC. I've gone to 2 or 3 of theirs, Let's Get It Up and all that. Sure, and Dirty Deeds, and I will go to one today. I guess they'd call it the Can't Get It Up tour. I don't know. But the Hogs, I won't get nervous until they're in the actual series, and I'll see a picture of Lucy holding that stupid football going, come on, Charlie Brown, kick the ball. They're going to pull it right out from under us right at the last minute, I swear.
Now, where's your spirit? Rod, where's your sense of confidence in this team?
I don't think Rod's in the minority.
I know. In fact, I would say Rod is probably thinking the same thing that many Razorbacks fans are thinking. They won't see it until they believe it, but when it starts to happen, when it starts to be real, as soon as they bring you in, they'll rip your soul out, unfortunately. Appreciate the phone call, Rod. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. Second hour of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes.
Massey Ferguson tractors have arrived at Bush Machine & Tractor. Bush Machine & Tractor is proud to be the newest Massey Ferguson dealer in western Arkansas, providing you with the full lineup of versatile Massey Ferguson tractors. They're built with straightforward power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded control and comfort. Stop by and find a new Massey Ferguson perfectly sized to fit your property or farm at Bush Machine & Tractor, 7301 South 0 Street in Fort Smith, or visit us online at bushtractor.com.
The new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. This is our promise to you at the new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal, Oklahoma.
Harry Robinson Salisal Ford.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Partly to mostly sunny sky today. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 70s north, mid 80s south. We could see a stray shower or thunderstorm across the north tonight. An overnight low in the mid to upper 60s. Just a few stray showers and storms on Saturday. Our high near 85. And then a better chance of showers and storms on Sunday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 78 days. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Quantum Property Services. Buying, selling, investing, and encompassing all your property needs. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is the Morning Rush.
The Razorbacks are going to the College World Series. Hey, Omaha, start the preparation. They're coming from Fayetteville. They're coming from Little Rock, from Fort Smith, from Pine Bluff, from all 4 corners of the natural state. College baseball's Emerald City is the destination. A bright red Razorback caravan is headed to Nebraska, and this time we're coming for the whole damn thing.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson all in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Fastball Friday presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith is Truck Month 2.0. They want to say Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and it's a big weekend coming up. Still time to save over $15,000 off on remaining 2018 GMC Sierra trucks. There's only a handful of these things left, so get by and check it out at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Plus, the 19s already have $12,000 in rebates, or choose 0 for 72 months. It is all at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
So I teased it a little bit in the previous segment of the Zach Smith, the former assistant coach up at Ohio State, who has lost his mind, and he started a podcast. It's called Menace to Society, which could not be more fitting for an individual like him. And on his podcast, he had a story dealing with Brett Bielema while Brett Bielema was at Arkansas and KJ Hill. You also remember KJ Hill too, Tommy.
Yeah.
Highly recruited player out of the state of Arkansas, 4-star wide receiver, originally committed to the University of Arkansas, then decommitted, went to Ohio State, has done really well there. Always seems like one of those players that got away. Really weird situation. And Zach Smith had this story to tell. Now, before I play this, let me just preface this, that this guy's insane. He's not a good person. He's a terrible human being, all right? We'll just lay it out there. But there's
How do you really feel about him?
Well, let's just be honest about it. I mean, the guy he's not a good person. He is an insane person. But this story, though, that he tells, and I'm going to play it in its entirety. It's about 2 minutes long. But to get to all the context of it all is really important. But this story has some confirmation, and I'll explain it on the end. So here's Zach Smith telling the story about Brett Bielema and KJ Hill.
Brett Bielema was a different character, and here's how you knew he was kind of didn't understand recruiting. We recruited a kid named KJ Hill, right? Great player for Ohio State, right there. Or still there right now. Probably be one of their best offensive players this year. Has been for the last 2 years. So we're recruiting him. Chris Ash is recruiting him, right? Because Chris Ash was from Arkansas, not from there, but was on Brett's staff at Arkansas. Knew KJ Hill, came to Ohio State, starts recruiting him. He really recruited him. Then I closed the deal with him. So we're recruiting him, and this is how delusional Brett Bielema was. So we're recruiting him. KJ wants to come on a visit. So they start reaching out to all the people in Arkansas. Arkansas is a backwoods state now. Like they do some stuff like you read about Southern recruiting, where all of a sudden KJ Hill's stepdad's job's getting threatened by the boss, and you know his family's getting run out of town. They're coming to his basketball games and just destroying the kid. But Brett Bielema did something that I've never heard about in college coaching. Right? KJ Hill's coming on an official visit. Right? So it's the Monday before his official visit starts on Friday. Chris Ash comes in my office and says, "Hey, listen to this. This is bizarre." He has a voicemail from Brett Bielema, right? He said, "Hey, Chris, Brett, just want to call and let you know that KJ is going to cancel his official this weekend. I just want to apologize, but he's not going to come." And,
so a coach at a different university is calling you to tell you that?
And I remember Chris looked at me, and I looked at him. We were both puzzled, like, what? I've never heard of that. I mean, kids cancel visits all the time, but the head coach of the school that's recruiting you called us to tell huh?
Well, did he call KJ that? I'm guessing.
So that, but that's people in Arkansas want to know how you lost KJ Hill. That is why, along with everything else that went on. We got KJ on the phone, got his dad on the phone. They were irately pissed at Arkansas. Like, why would you call? You don't speak for my son. You don't speak for. And KJ was like, you don't speak for me. So he came on his visit, and basically he was done with Arkansas because he wasn't trying to cancel his visit. Not only that, but who's the head coach? That'd be like Urban calling Nick Saban and saying, "Hey, Zeke Elliott's not going to come on his visit this weekend." Saban would be like, "What?" No, it was bizarre, but that's just a side story to kind of what was going on at Arkansas and how Brett Bielema got ran out of town.
If that's not just another great example of the disastrous failure of Brett Bielema as a head coach. Now, you're wondering, hey, okay, how can you believe this? Well, KJ Hill on Twitter quote tweeted this story and said, "It's crazy, but it is true." Saying that Brett Bielema called Ohio State, called Chris Ash, who was up at Ohio State, and said KJ Hill's not taking his visit, which KJ Hill and his family never said and did not want the head coach of Arkansas doing something like that and calling another school to tell. I mean, this is just a weird story, but unfortunately it's not surprising.
I would love to know the time of the day that message occurred.
Saying what it could have been about 3 a.m.?
I would love to know what time of day Brett Bielema sent that to Chris Ash. Now, if it had been anyone other than Chris Ash there, it probably would have never happened. He just happened to, have that working relationship with Ash. from being on the Arkansas staff. They knew what they were up against. I just wonder if this was if there was some liquid courage. That ain't the right way, but I think you know what I mean. That may have prompted a bad decision of this nature. Drinking and dialing can get you in trouble. I don't know that that's what happened, but that sounds more plausible than anything else I can think of as to why you would do this. And we all know that, Brett didn't mind, kicking one back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. And honestly, Tommy, I hope he was. I hope that he was drunk.
That's the only explanation I can come up with is he was drinking and dialing.
I hope he was, because if he wasn't, if he was sober and he decided to make this call,
if that was a sober decision, that's even worse.
That's 20 times worse, because it's like either one of them are unacceptable. Don't get me wrong,
right?
But it's like at least there's some justification for why. But like the fact of the matter is, that we got sold such a big pile of garbage from everybody about Brett Bielema and his recruiting. Because remember, the big thing is he's like, we have a gentleman's standard in the Big Ten about when a kid commits, he commits. And remember the whole thing about if a kid takes a visit after he's already committed, he no longer has a scholarship. Remember all that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was such BS. And this is just another story that amplifies the whole reasoning and the whole failure of Brett Bielema at Arkansas. And it just, as Razorback fans, and I know a lot of people were reacting to this on social media yesterday. I know Ruskin and Zach talked about it in the afternoon show as well. It's just amazing to me how this guy got away with it for so long and was this way for so long. No wonder the Arkansas program is in such shambles. And I have said this before, and I got crap for it last time I said it. It was about a year ago, but I'll say it again, Tommy. And I don't know if you'll disagree with me or not. I still believe that Brett Bielema torpedoed the Razorback football program worse than any other coach in the history of Razorback football. Worse than John L. Smith, worse than Jack Crow, worse than anybody. And I'm not saying that Chad Morris is completely blame-free of last year's 2-10 season. But I would say 80% of the blame goes on Brett Bielema and his utter failure, his laziness, his disrespect, all of it. And the issues that are coming to fruition now, it just really infuriates the Razorback fan base in the fact that you're in the position, your program's where it's at now is because of the incompetence of Brett Bielema.
It just goes to further show you why the lack of stability. Why was Chris Ash at Ohio State? Because he left Arkansas. Why did Jim Chaney leave so quick? We feel like Sam Pittman left after Chaney, a year later followed him. One of the reasons Brett gave for wanting to leave Wisconsin and come to Arkansas was because he didn't have the money to keep staff, and he wanted to have a stable staff. He had anything but a stable staff. But he was paying these guys here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why were they leaving? Well, I think we're starting to get a little more insight as to why these coaches said, this is nuts. Because I think ultimately they didn't have true professional respect for what the guy was doing and how he was behaving, and both on the field and off the field, so to speak. So it's starting, and all the stories start to spill out, and everything starts to come into focus down the road. Derek made this point yesterday, and I agree with him, and it's been said before by others, you're only as good as your next job. Well, where's Bielema now? His next job was being,
an intern,
a coffee boy for Belichick, and now he's got a position coach with the Patriots, but it's not a college coach. It's not recruiting because I think all the stories, and listen, we just know what's been made public.
That's right.
People like Hunter Yurachek and Jeff Long and people within the industry, so to speak, they talk. They know what's going on. And there's a reason why Brett's not a head coach any longer at the college level, and may never be again. I think where he's at is probably the rest of his career path there with the New England Patriots. Something along those lines, a coordinator role, a position coach. I mean, the guy knows football. I know we like to think he's a buffoon, but in the end, he's just not fit to run an SEC level program. And it makes me wonder, how did he pull it off so long at Wisconsin with such success?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is how in the world did this? How did he keep it together for so long at Wisconsin?
Yeah.
And win?
Something must have been
exposed.
triggered.
He got exposed at Arkansas. Well, I have my theories on it.
Yeah, I do. I do too. And I think
he got here and he got here. He got rich and he got comfortable. He started drinking too much, and it just all got out of control.
Yeah. I mean, he was no longer having to prove himself. He kind of felt like he was in a position where he could just post through too.
The craziest thing, and you talk about Sam Pittman leaving, that was critical.
Yeah.
But I think the critical thing is there was a belief, and again, people will talk a little more freely now that Jeff Long is no longer AD and Brett Bielema is gone. I mean, so some people up there that I've had conversations with that are directly in the know, that would have been involved in this, that I've talked to. I said, well, because my question has always been, how did Jeff come to the thinking of giving Brett that contract after that Texas Bowl win?
Yeah.
Because that's still the head scratcher, right? How did we end up in this situation where we've had to pay this guy $11+ million? And the belief amongst many is, and Jeff never came right out and said it, but he had this fear that the NFL was going to pick off his coach. That he had been convinced that Brett Bielema was a guy that the NFL was going to hire.
What a jerk.
And I think it was just a sales job. I think Bielema had just put that in his ear, put that in his head that, hey man, I get these calls all the time from Belichick and all these NFL relationships he's got. He was worried they were going to come get him. And that's why Jeff Long locked him up.
Good grief.
Jeff was worried about losing his coach to the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people not a lot, a handful of people that I've talked to that were kind of around that deal and involved, and people that should know and were in the know, in a position to know.
Yeah.
That's their conclusion on it.
Hey, Tommy, I mean, I believe it just by what you're saying.
Really?
I mean, I believe
because it was a contract done out of fear.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me because nothing else about that contract makes sense, and that's how Arkansas's ended up where they're at. And you're right. It's not just the on-the-field torpedoing with this story with K.J. Hill and the recruiting torpedoing. It's the financial torpedo that Arkansas has had to, and they've gotten through that probably easier because you can raise more money.
Mm-hmm.
You can dip into the reserves, the coffers, but nonetheless, it's not been it's not been an easy recovery. And that's why we got to give Chad Morris time. This is what he's dealing with.
Yeah,
this is the kind of program he's got to, this is the hole he's got to dig out of.
I know, and it frustrates me for someone that grew up a Razorback fan. And Tommy, I know you grew up a Razorback fan, and a lot of Razorback fans did. Listen, there were some good times, there were some bad times, but it seems like Brett Bielema came in and took over a vehicle that had been wrecked a little bit, had a fender bender with the John L. Smith year. It was a nice car that got a fender bender, and instead of taking it and repairing it, he just hops into the driver's seat, takes a pull, and accelerates as fast as he could right into a brick wall. I mean, that's how it felt. So it's just
right now it felt like he put it in that crusher thing you see on the movies at the junkyard.
Yeah, exactly.
They just compactor.
Exactly. So it's so disappointing. But it's an interesting story there from Zach Smith, though.
Now you kind of understand. Yeah. How does a guy like K.J. Hill get out of our state?
There it is.
Now you know.
Now there's that state. Brett Bielema.
Now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah, Brett Bielema should have spent less time calling other coaches, canceling recruits' visits, and more times learning the words, "No, thank you, I'm full." There you go. There's. I'm sorry.
Was that yours, or did someone send that in?
I think that was Married with Children that I got that one from. So I got to give credit to Al Bundy on that one. Either way,
hey, there's not been a greater philosophy in the 20th century than Al Bundy.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Exactly. We got to take a commercial break. We're up against it. We are the Morning Rush, and we are brought to you by Sassy's.
Hey, Sassy's is celebrating 10 years this month, and hey. We all love some Sassy's, whether it's the tender brisket or whether it's the great pulled pork or John's favorite, the barbecue nachos. Chicken or pulled pork? When you can't have both, John.
Pulled pork, man. Got to go with
pulled pork, I can't disagree with you. You can get the barbecue nachos for $10. Here's the deal. 10 years, $10 specials. They got a bunch of them this month at Sassy's, both locations in Fayetteville. This is for the rest of the month. $10 pulled pork or chicken barbecue nachos. You can get one of their great burgers with a side. I think you need to go waffle fries, but you can do what you want. And you can get a draft beer, tea, or soft drink in a Sassy's Collector Cup. Same deal on a barbecue sandwich with that side and that option for the beer, tea, or soft drink in the cup. $10 buckets of domestic beers, and you can enjoy Sassy's award-winning smoked wings as well. It's all part of the 10-year anniversary special. That's available at both locations. Been on College. They're in the old Red House for 10 years. The new location's just off the Weddington exit. They're on Steamboat right off I-49. So stop in, celebrate 10 years with Sassy's. 2 locations in Fayetteville.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Hey, Matt, you know it's finally baseball season.
Yeah, Dad, but it's always Razorback season.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I probably am right.
Hog fans, it's always Razorback season of some sort.
And whether you're needing something for yourself or a gift for someone special, the Stadium Shop has you covered.
From the kitchen to the bedroom.
Or from the living room to the man cave.
The Stadium Shop at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville next to Baum Stadium has the best selection of Razorback items in the world.
Or you can shop us online at shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
So what if we grill out for every baseball game?
Ah, you're such a dad.
Go Hogs.
It's Truck Month 2.0 at Harry Robinson, and all the 2018s have got to go. There are only 6 2018 Sierra trucks remaining. They have to sell this month. Discounts over $15,000 off retail while they last. And the all-new 2019 GMC Sierra with a redesigned body style and the all-new tailgate. Take $12,000 off retail or choose 0% for 72 months. It's Truck Month 2.0. All the 18s have got to go at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
This is the Morning Rush.
Do you own apartment complexes, condos, and rental property? Then you have made a great investment. Now make another great decision by calling Trinity Multifamily to help you maximize your return. Trinity Multifamily offers full-service property management, marketing, leasing, sales, and all the services to make your cash flow. Take the hassles and frustrations out of ownership and call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Jody'sAuto.com has 3 locations and 3 oil change specials, one for every budget. Just a good basic oil change with synthetic blend oil, oil filter, top off the fluids and air the tires, $19.95. 5-quart system, some restrictions. Better, the preferred oil change, which adds 4 tire rotation and 12 months roadside assistance to the basic. Only $34.95, and the 5th oil change is free. Best, the Supreme, which adds 4-wheel computer spin balance and vacuum the front floorboard to the preferred. Only $49.95, and the 5th oil change is free. But Jody'sAuto.com is one stop, total convenience. Tires, repairs, service, maintenance, towing, and fleets. And voted best of the best for taking care of their customers. 2 locations in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. Since 1984, convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton Tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's, or visit our website at kofers.com.
The Big Ten is up, and the prices are falling at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith. Now through Saturday, save 50 to 75% off clearance clothing, footwear, hunting and fishing gear, and all the equipment under the Big Tent. Great gift ideas for Father's Day throughout the store, with hundreds of items for that special dad. Don't miss the big Father's Day tent sale this week at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Tri-Hill Turf offers the highest quality turf and pest services. Hey, you say those are big words. Well, let's see. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has a company agronomist, state and nationally certified technicians, free soil testing, and they even have precision GPS guided application equipment. Now that's high tech. For over 30 years, Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has used the latest application technology, and they strive for turf and pest excellence. They are your local turf and pest experts. Call the local team at 782-0404. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time.
Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza.
At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
Elite Roofing is a locally owned roofing contractor. If you're building a new home or maybe need a new roof on your existing home, Elite Roofing can take care of you. Elite Roofing is known for their dependability and reliability. Just ask any of their satisfied customers. They are licensed and insured, and references are available upon request. If you need a roof, call your local roofing contractors. Elite Roofing, 478-8668. That's 478-8668. Elite Roofing, 478-8668.
ESPN 95.3.
There's a party bang in the woods tonight. Heard it through the redneck grapevine. Got a keg of beer and a bunch of girls. Sure enough, gonna be a good time. It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tall boy up.
Mornings suck. Let John and Tommy make them suck less. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush, where we are brought to you by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, Williams Tractor's in Fayetteville. Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas is in Rogers. Either location has Big Dog Mowers that had you covered, able to do the job with a 7-year industry-leading warranty. So get all the details on that, and great prices starting at $23.99 or 0% for 48 months and 0 down with your approved credit. Hey, you can have that perfect lawn you've always wanted without breaking the bank. It's available right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers with a Big Dog Mower.
Let's go to the phone line. Scott is in Rogers. What's going on, Scott?
Hey, guys, I got two things I'd like to talk to you about this morning. The first one's just talking about these coaches. But, after – I know everybody's not in the know, but after they're gone and, we find out things that were going on behind the scenes that apparently it seems like all the reporters had knowledge of with Houston Nutt or with I just lost his name, but anyway, Petrino, John L., whoever it happens to be. But all we ever hear is sunshine, and I drink the Kool-Aid, so I guess I'm kind of two-faced about this. I like to hear good things and think good things and believe in the coach that we have at the time. And I was even still a Bielema supporter more than anything because he was our coach. It wasn't because I knew anything, and it sounds like just the opposite. I didn't know enough, or I wouldn't have been a Bielema fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people kind of give you, you can hear it even over the radio. It's the wink and the nod, and they go, yeah, well, so-and-so and so-and-so is going on. And they say it in such a manner, and actually I'm not trying to call him out, but I'm thinking of Dudley Dawson and even Clay. Oftentimes, back when Bo had his show and they were on all the time, they just had this knowledge about things that were going on, how much of an ass Petrino was.
Sorry, we're up against it. We're going to get to your comments on
I wish
the
we
side.
could continue that call.
Yeah.
This is Tommy Kraft for Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear. June is Customer Appreciation Month at the Ozarks. All month long, Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Clothing and Footwear will be giving back to their customers with great prices and special deals throughout the store. We're talking over $5,000 in giveaways, including weapons, tactical accessories, clothing, and footwear. Every Saturday in June, that's right, every Saturday in June, the Ozarks is giving away a new handgun, a shopping spree worth $125, a pair of boots worth $150, a one-year range membership worth $250, and a tumbler worth $40. Other prizes up for grabs include Comfort Color logo tees. Hey, for your chance to win, simply go to the Ozarks and receive one free entry. And for every $50 you spend, you will receive an additional entry. There's never been a better time to shop at the Ozarks than during their second annual Customer Appreciation Month, going on the entire month of June. Ozark Sportsman Supply and Outpost Clothing and Footwear, Highway 412, just west of Springdale in Tawnytown.
For almost 70 years, Crabtree RV in Alma has been helping people in the River Valley get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And that tradition continues today with our brand new body shop, a first-class service department, and a friendly staff to help you choose from the top brands in the industry. So put away the devices and get out this summer to enjoy all that the natural state has to offer. With a little help from Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
0% financing and huge spring savings on new Buicks at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 2019 Buick Encore, only $18,999 or just $299 a month. That's a 2019 for under $19,000. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most Buick models, including the Cascada, Encore, Regal, LaCrosse, and Envision. Spring into savings at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Evans Body Shop is ready to get your vehicle spiffed up for all the fun activities and trips that come along with the summer. Spend your days at the pool, not worrying about getting your car fixed. We'll do that for you. We will work with you and your insurance company to make the entire process easy. Follow us on Facebook so that you won't miss your chance to win Parrot Islet tickets throughout the summer. Stop in today, 412 Portland Avenue, Van Buren, and you'll see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
ESPN 95.3.
Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine.
Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into The Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. I got to tell you, though, we're going to make you hungry this morning. I'm all about some arts. We're all about arts here on The Morning Rush because they have some of the great options that you can get, like the barbecue burgers and so much more. Smoked and grilled ribeyes. And then, you know, if you go to a place like barbecue, you don't really think about catfish. But they got some fantastic catfish, delicious onion rings, burn-ins, and the new Boss Hog Burger with pulled pork, bacon, shredded cheddar cheese, barbecue sauce, and veggies. You know what? Just forget the veggies. You don't need to eat anything healthy on that because it's going to be fantastic with that itself. And their bacon is the best part. Get bacon on everything. If you get a salad, ask for the bacon. I'm sure that they'll make it happen for you. And don't forget, all-you-can-eat catfish on Friday nights. And, hey, what a coincidence. Today is Friday. So if you want to have some all-you-can-eat catfish, head over to Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and More, next to the Aaron's location on Rogers, 479-452-2550, right there on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Now, Scott and Rogers called in the previous segment. We had to cut him off because we were up against the commercial break, but I want to welcome him back to finish his point. Scott, you're back on the air. Go ahead, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. Keep me through the break. Basically, I know there's a fine line whether you're in print or radio or TV. You know, you can't alienate the fan base or the coaching staff, but you know, if you're seeing that, hey, there's a train wreck coming, and I don't know, it's kind of frustrating as a fan to realize that you've been duped, and a lot of people knew these things you were being duped about. You know, Petrino, for example, is teaching integrity and talking it on TV all the time, and you're thinking, man, this guy, he cusses too much, but you know, he's an integrity guy or whatever, and then you find out he has none. You know? Yeah. And everybody knew but you, is the way it seems. But anyway, let me touch on another subject. You know, we get frustrated as fans when, you know, a KJ Hill does transfer, or not transfer, but switches their commitment, and we go, where is honesty and integrity with these young men anymore? Your word doesn't mean anything. Of course, I'm two-faced about that as well, because whenever my coaching staff convinces somebody that this is better, well, they just did them a favor, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But my point is that we get mad at these kids, yet they've got grown men, 4 or 5 from each university that's trying to get them from wherever they committed to, who are telling them, hey, your word doesn't mean anything. It's not that you're breaking your word. You still have integrity. You just change in your mind. And so these men are exhibiting extremely poor integrity, I would say, as a rule. Definitely not, you know, your word is your bond. And then they turn around and they want to teach them integrity on the football field. I mean, we're kind of screwed up all the way around on this deal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, appreciate the phone call, Scott, and appreciate your points. Really good call there. As far as your first point goes, though, that's what's funny about in the media, because this is something, Tommy, I know we've talked about, that a lot of cases, when a certain coach or a certain athletic director or whatnot is at the school that you're covering, there are things that you don't want to just dive into and report on because it's either unconfirmed or you got to go through a lot of outlets to figure it out. I mean, there's just a lot of moving parts to stories like that to where you don't want to just throw it out there, especially knowing that the relationship you have to have with the University of Arkansas on their coverage, it makes it difficult to ever do that.
Well, it's not even so much access to coverage because they're not really shutting down access over these things like people think. Well, if you report this, they're not going to let you anymore. It's not as much that as a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff doesn't occur when you're around. You just hear about it secondhand. I mean, good reporting is you want to see it yourself. And listen, Petrino wasn't the first coach to ever cuss up there. So, anyway. Hey, Kevin Hickey Law Partners are ready to take care of you. 479-434-2414 in the River Valley. 479-802-6560 in Northwest Arkansas. Divorce, child custody issues, DHS, even criminal matters, they can all be taken care of at Kevin Hickey's Law Partner. Kevin Hickey Law Partners online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Find them in the River Valley and in Northwest Arkansas.
Scott Tabor, former Razorback pitcher, joining us on the other side of the break on the Morning Rush.
When's the last time you did date night at Doe's? Doe's Steakhouse always has the charm and great atmosphere. Plus, the area's largest selection of in-stock wines. And all of the award-winning steaks at Doe's are perfect for sharing. And there's no charge for an extra side or salad when you share. Doe's is proud to be the premier steakhouse in Fort Smith at 422 North 3rd. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So make it a date night at Doe's for a great experience every time.
At Frankfort Furniture, we believe in supporting our country, and we want to invite you to shop our Made in the USA brands, like Jackson, Catnapper, Best Home Furnishings, Medlift, and Union Furniture made right here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Check out our Justice mattresses and our Kingdom mattresses, also made in Fort Smith, Arkansas. 100% made in the USA Speed Clean washers and dryers. We have them. Tell us you heard this commercial and receive free delivery. Frankfort Furniture, best seats in the house. Your Made in the USA headquarters.
Unlimited personal group training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Personal group training is a great way to create accountability for your fitness while improving mobility, endurance, and overall wellness. Reach your fitness goals faster with personal group training. Only $60 a month. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. These workouts are high intensity and get results in under an hour. Only $60 a month. Call for class schedules and details. 479-926-0193. Results happen here at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
At Shelter Insurance, we know landlords have to keep up with their renters, even if they're related.
Mom, Dad, what a surprise!
We just dropped by to pick up your
rent check. Oh, I'm running a little short this month.
Not everything works as smoothly as Shelter's renter's policy. It helps cover stuff in case of fire, theft, and more.
Maybe I should just move back home. Don't you love me?
Oh, of course.
But now your room's Dad's man cave.
Oh, man.
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call me, Brandon Zimmerman, in Barling.
Or me, Chris Dooley, in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3.
Got a house down a back road, got a flag on the front porch, got a dog.
All over the great state of Arkansas.
Waits on the first one from Posey. Here it comes, a curveball swung on, drilled into deep left field. That's trouble. It's down for a hit, and it'll go to the wall. One run scores. Here comes Cox. They wave him home. Arkansas wins. The Hogs are going to Omaha. The Razorbacks score 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Andrew Dard drives in a pair with a double, and the Hogs are headed to the College World Series.
This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Fastball Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. It's Truck Month 2.0. All the remaining 18 Sierra trucks got to move out this month. They've got 4 remaining right now with over $15,000 off retail. Hey, you better buy this weekend before they are all gone. It's Truck Month 2.0, over $15,000 off on remaining 18s and up to $12,000 off retail on the 2019 Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Exit 11 off of I-540. 640 in Fort Smith.
Let's go to the phone lines and welcome in Scott Tabor, former Razorback pitcher, just like we talk to him every Friday to discuss the upcoming game. And, Scott, I can't tell you how excited I am, and I know how happy you are that we get to bring you on today and talk about the Arkansas Razorbacks being back in the College World Series.
You mean the Arkansas Razorbacks that are playing Florida State tomorrow that everybody's sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for? Yeah. Got nothing to do today but just wait.
That's right. That's the rumor. It was in the papers this morning. That's who they're playing.
So, yeah, that's what I hear.
We heard the call there coming back from break. That was Chuck Barrett from 2009. I was actually there in Tallahassee for this game when Andrew Darr hit the shot in the gap there, and Arkansas scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth, as Chuck described, to send themselves to the College World Series. Scott, there is some history, not a ton, but I think they played 5 total times, all in the postseason. Dave's had the best of Mike Martin, it's hard to imagine this guy has coached 40 years, 40 wins each season. The success he's had at Florida State, 17 College World Series. Scott, how does he go 17 times and not walk away with the big title?
There's a lot that goes into winning that thing. You know, everybody there is good, and every year is different, and you have different kids pitching, and that's baseball. You know, that's the thing. You say, well, we've got the superior team because look at the great hitters we had. In '79, I was thinking about this. If he's been coaching for 40 years, '79 had to have been his first year, which we were in Tallahassee for the regional, and they were supposed to win it because they had just a crazy good team, and they didn't come out of it. So it's a lot of great things have to happen. There has to be some luck. Things have to shine your way a little bit. You know, it is what it is. It's tough. How have we not won one? You know, some of the great teams that we've had there. So it's just, I think this is the year.
You know, it was pitching in '79. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
one guy.
That's exactly what it was.
One guy in
particular.
particular.
There was. Yeah, Steve Kruger. Yeah, good call.
Well, Scott, I want to ask you about pitching, obviously, with the super regional that Arkansas had against Ole Miss. You couldn't have asked for a better performance from Isaiah Campbell in that game. I mean, just a great send-out for him in his final game at Baum-Walker Stadium. But then you had started pitching of Connor Noland and Patrick Wicklander. Both really struggled in their opening game. Now, you don't have to worry because Isaiah Campbell's starting tomorrow against Florida State, but assuming that Arkansas wins that game and moves on, how concerned are you with the other two starting pitchers in Wicklander and Connor Noland?
With those two guys, you're kind of concerned the same that you are every week. It was kind of like Campbell last year. You know, everybody knew Campbell had fantastic stuff. He would get on just electric stuff. He looked so great, and then the wheels would fall off. You know, sometimes it's the first inning, sometimes it's the fifth inning, sometimes you didn't know what you were getting. And that's the same as it is, and that's the difference between a new pitcher and a mature pitcher. You know, Isaiah matured mentally as a pitcher. He's always had the stuff. He just had to get over that hurdle to where he could trust his stuff, and the coaches could trust him. They wouldn't have such a short leash because once you get beat around pretty quick a couple of times, they have a short leash, and they have a short leash on both the kids last week, and they can do that. They have the luxury of being able to do that because they have a great bullpen and a deep bullpen. So it kind of is what it is on that end of it. They could come out, and both of them could have the best start of their year and go through and just they could throw 9. They won't because we have such a good bullpen, but they could get deep into the game, or it could be another get out there and they don't let them get too deep in trouble, you know, because of the bullpen. So they don't really get a chance to work out of big problems.
Yeah. Hey, from a mental aspect, preparation, what's in your mind playing in that bigger ballpark? I mean, there will be home runs hit at the College World Series, but knowing you got a little more room at the fences, how does that mentally affect Isaiah Campbell or Wicklander or Connor Noland or really anyone that gets the ball in their hand? I mean, we talk about that. Does that give you a little more ease on the mound, knowing that fence is a little deeper?
Yeah, I've had people ask me that before, and they go, well, you know, I pitched in Lakeland, Florida, which was 415 to dead center, and then the air was heavy. It was just a crazy big ballpark, and they go, it's easy pitching there. But I was a ground ball pitcher, so 415 didn't really matter. If they hit it that far, something really went wrong. And pitchers in general will tell you, you know, the size of the park doesn't really matter. You don't all of a sudden become I'm going to throw it high and let them see how far they can hit it because they can't hit it out of here pitcher. So you can't just change overnight from trying to stay at the knees and work at the corners to I'm going to throw it down the middle, let them see how far. Now, when it comes to you may have a little more freedom of splitting the plate when it's 2-0, 2-0, 3-1. Let them go ahead and wrap it, but you know, if line drives don't have that carry. They don't worry about that. So I don't think it'll affect them any.
Speaking with Scott Tabor, former Razorback pitcher here on the Morning Rush. Scott, I thought an interesting comment from Dave Van Horn that we played yesterday was him talking about that the pressures of the season are during the regular season, but once they get to the College World Series, it's a lot more loose. It's a lot more laid back, which is interesting because just from anyone else's perspective, when it gets to crunch time or the most pivotal part of a season or the pivotal part of a job, whatever it is, it seems like that's when the stress happens. That's when the pressure comes in. But it's the opposite effect for Dave Van Horn. What'd you make of that?
Well, it should be. Think back when Nolan Richardson used to talk about his basketball teams. He said practice was so hard. He wanted to make his practice so hard that the games were candy. And that's kind of the same analogy that you can use with this season. This season was a grind because there were a lot of things that had to be brought together by Van Horn and the staff as far as pitching, as far as replacing guys and seeing who could step up and going through fall ball and moving pieces around, who's going to be healthy, and all the things that have to happen to have a great season. And they happen. But they're happening in the SEC where every week is a grind. Every week is the worst test you're going to have all year. So now getting into the World Series, cuffs are off. They've done it. They've got to where they want. Play loose and just play baseball. And I think he does a great job of having the kids look at it that way. And this team, you don't see the emotion and the outward emotion so much as last year's team with Shaddy out rooting the crowd, fist pumping, and the guys, the hog hat, and all those things going on. You see a bunch of guys that really, really enjoy playing the game, and they really enjoy each other, and they're picking each other up and patting each other on the back, and kind of knowing, we're in every game, so let's just stay in here and play ball and have fun. So it's a great. I think we're getting to watch some great history, and I hope everybody's really enjoying it because I know I am.
It's an interesting watch with this team because, you got the core of, Fletcher and Kerstad and Martin and some guys back, but you got a lot of newcomers on this team and a lot of true freshmen that, we've been talking about a year ago, 14 months ago, they were finishing up high school, and now they're going to be playing in the College World Series. To me, that's where a coach that's now making his 8th trip and 6 times with this school is so valuable to have his experience. They're not just going for the good time and the gift bag. They're going to, as Phil Elson said, win the whole damn thing.
Sure.
And you've got a coach that can kind of use that experience and lean on it and knows how to get some of these. Because this isn't just the same team that's going back for redemption. A lot of people think, well, there's Arkansas there and what a redemption story. This team, other than a few of the core players I mentioned there, this is a whole different team in a lot of ways, other than Campbell and some of those handful of position players.
And some of those freshmen, redemption's a long word.
Yeah.
That's too big of a word. Don't use that to me. Where's the sandwiches? You're right. Early in the season, we talked about, some of the newcomers, which one of the most important pieces this year, I think, was Kinley. Last year, Kinley couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag until the end of the season. All of a sudden, he's getting some spot duty, and dude was leading the team and hitting. He was just roping the ball everywhere, and he has come on and become a primetime player. And then you add Ezell, and then you add Opitz, who you don't know what you're getting there, because his spot duty last year, he didn't hit the ball real well, but he's a great defensive catcher. And we talked about him being a surprise and being a key to the end of the season, and he doesn't do a lot of great things until he just kind of comes up with hits when you need them. And so I think it's great that the guys that everybody was looking to carry it as team this year, they'll carry it in spots, but they hadn't carried it all year. Everybody has kind of toting their part of the log, so to speak, and that's what happens when you have a championship team. And Van Horn bringing in freshmen, the thing is he doesn't recruit any scrubs. The guys that are bringing in are all high caliber. They'd be starting for anybody in the country. So he knows what he's doing on the recruiting end.
Scott, what'd you make of Cody Scroggins and his performance there in the clutch moment against the elimination game? I know we've seen some good stuff from him before, but that was an incredible performance. In fact, Dave Van Horn said that he was the MVP of that game. If it wasn't for him, they'd probably be going home. What'd you make of his performance, and what can you expect out of him going into the College World Series?
Well, they had high expectations when they brought him in as a freshman. He had Tommy John, and it takes a good 2 years, even though you're healthy and you can throw and there's no pain and the doctors clear you and you're running and you're throwing. It takes 2 full years to get your command back of the muscles that have been changed around. Ligaments have been moving from different parts of the body and putting into replacement. It's like fixing a car and getting the motor broken back in. He's come back better than ever, but he's just now really, really, really hitting his stride. And his stuff is mortifying to hitters. You know, I mean, he's just got 3 pitches that are all great. He's bringing the fastball in there, 95 to 97, and his changeup just falls off the table. So he's got some pitches. He got control of it, and that's the big thing. You know, he's found his groove. He's found his touch, and so he's throwing strikes. And when he's throwing strikes, he's really, really tough. He's a tough competitor. So, yeah, fantastic. I mean, that's what you need, and that's the one thing that this team is doing. The starters aren't really pulling their weight. Bullpen comes in, and the middle relief guy has become such an important role, not just with the Razorbacks, but all throughout the landscape. You know, you don't see complete games from anybody, Major League on down, because of the fact that there are so many good arms out there, and coaches are trying to preserve their arms. So it's working out well.
Scott Tabor, former Razorback pitcher who joins us every Friday to talk about the Razorback baseball team. Really appreciate you hopping on with us, Scott, and I really hope that we're catching up with you next Friday talking about Game 3 of the College World Series for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Well, you guys can call me from your suite high above the Ameritrade Stadium, and you know, I'll see you on TV. I wish I was going.
Well, that's all right. We'll save a seat for you regardless, though. Appreciate it, Scott.
Do that. I'll fly my jet up there. Thank you. All right.
Excellent.
Seat on that one.
Yeah, excellent. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. We got to take a commercial break, but before we do, Tommy, tell the people about Gaston's.
Hey, love Gaston's, and all the dinner specials are on for this weekend for Father's Day. No better way to celebrate Father's Day than at Gaston's White River Resort. And even if you can't head over and spend the weekend, you can head to Gaston's and take Dad for a great meal this weekend. Now, Saturday night, they do prime rib. This week, it's teriyaki prime rib. Prime rib that's marinated in teriyaki, garlic, ginger, and herbs, then slow roasted. There's a 16-ounce and a 12-ounce cuts you can get this weekend. Their full menu will be available, plus many other specials, including liver and onions. Now, if I wish my dad was able to go with me because he loved liver and onions. And I know there's some dads out there that do. It was like punishment for me as a kid, but I'm telling you, that will be a favorite this weekend with a lot of dads at Gaston's White River Resort. So stop in this weekend, have some great seafood. Start it off with the John Boat Salad Bar. Maybe stay a weekend later on, whether it's July 4th, that's on a Thursday. You can have a long weekend, or maybe a special birthday or anniversary weekend, or maybe you're putting together a company outing or family reunion. They can help you with all of that at Gaston's White River Resort. Hey, celebrate Father's Day this weekend. Celebrate Dad at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202 for lodging or dinner reservations. They would love to take care of you at Gaston's. 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville, or online at seasidepools.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Happy Father's Day from Supercuts. Supercuts wants to welcome all the dads out there and others with our friendly professional stylists that are always ready to serve you with a warm smile and finish your cut with an amazing hot towel refresher every single time. All the dads out there, come in and take advantage of our weekly sales that are catered to your needs around this time of Father's Day. Supercuts conveniently serves its community 7 days a week. Supercuts, ready to serve you. Supercuts, clean, sharp, ready.
0% financing and huge spring savings on new Buicks at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 2019 Buick Encore, only $18,999 or just $299 a month. That's a 2019 for under $19,000. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most Buick models, including the Cascada, Encore, Regal, LaCrosse, and Envision. Spring into savings at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
This is the Morning Rush.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Your #1 Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Summertime is fun time, and we're all about it at Rath Auto Resources. Hi, folks. Larry Rath here with exciting news about our summer sales drive. We're out to break every sales record this summer, and we're doing it with extra for trades, fast, easy financing for every situation, and huge discounts on our entire Rath road-ready inventory. Like these special purchase 2018 Toyota Corolla LEs for only $14,848 or $0 down and $229 a month while they last. Plus, we'll be giving away a showroom full of summer fun prizes, including a grand prize trip to Big Cedar Lodge. Or let us take care of the car you have with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work in our Meineke Car Care Center. Don't wait. Give us a call, go online, or visit us today to save some real money on a nicer, newer car and register to win fun prizes during the summer sales drive at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
No purchase necessary. 0 down payment with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's, or visit our website at kofers.com.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It's time for your Hog Update presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
Hey, it's Customer Appreciation Month. Tomorrow's going to be the drawing. Every Saturday they do various drawings for big prizes. We're talking over $5,000 throughout the month on these 5 Saturdays. So like $1,000 a week and stuff they're giving away at the Ozark. So don't miss it. Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear, weapons, tactical accessories, clothing and footwear. Gift card worth $125, boots worth $150, a range membership. That's a $250 value right there for a year's worth. So go by and just check out the Ozarks. You get an entry just for checking out the store. You get an additional entry for every $50 you spend. It's the second annual Customer Appreciation Month, the entire month of June at Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear, just west of Springdale and Tawnytown.
So for your Hog Update, D1Baseball.com selected Isaiah Campbell as a second-team All-American. Matt Cronin and Jack Kinley, both third-team All-American. And Perfect Game had selected Connor Nolan as the second All-Freshman team. So some rewards coming in there for Arkansas. Still crazy that, D1 Baseball feels like Isaiah Campbell is good enough to be second-team All-American. But the SEC doesn't feel like he's good enough to be even mentioned in the rundown. Not that I'm throwing anything.
Are you
out
bitter?
There. No.
Let's put some perspective in there, though. There's tons more slots open in those All-American teams. The SEC teams has 4 between second and first team. So you can say that, but there's I think there was 15 slots for the pitchers in one of the lists that came out. And then with this D1 baseball, I can't remember how many, but there's a lot more open slots that he could garner one of those teams.
But he still made second team All-American.
Okay.
And
but
SEC,
if there's 15
he didn't get a mention. That's my point.
But again, there's 4 slots for those pitchers in the All-SEC
I understand,
selection.
but this isn't the All-SEC team. This is All-Americans. This is the best of the best. And if he can't even be a mention in his own conference as being the best of the best, but still being mentioned in the nation as one of the best of the best, or at least the second-team version of it, to me, that's the issue.
Statistically, he was not better than any of those pitchers that were listed before him. And you can gripe it all that you want, but if you look at the stats, he wasn't. If you can show me something that says he was better than one of those 4 pitchers that were listed, then I'll go with you. But
are you a communist or a hog fan? Which one is it here?
I mean, I thought we were supposed to look at this objectively and not just, hogs got screwed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's just look at what happened.
He had a better record than any of those pitchers.
Not better ERA, not better whip. There's a bunch of other stuff. Record, you buy too
the
much
whip.
of this
I didn't know about
stuff.
the whip. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, now that you mentioned the whip.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
I mean, come on. You can't sit there and say that after watching these pictures in Isaiah Campbell that he didn't even deserve a mention in the All-SEC team. I mean, not even a mention. That's my whole point.
An honorable mention.
Yeah.
They didn't have an honorable mention. There's 4 points. There's 4 slots. He didn't get one because he wasn't better statistically than any of those guys.
So it's just about stats.
I mean, typically that's what you look at.
Whatever. Anyways, Connor Nolan gets all freshman team. I thought that was interesting too, and I know he was excited about that honor as he was tweeting about it. But big things coming out of Connor Nolan, and congratulations to all those getting those awards. Big time. And hopefully Arkansas can take advantage of them and have these players perform well in the College World Series in Game 1, especially against Florida State tomorrow at 6 p.m., which we're actually going to be joined by the voice of the Florida State Seminoles, Eric Llewellyn, who's been doing it for a long time. I can't wait to talk to him about Mike Martin and the miracle run that he's been on in the regional and the super regional in his final season as head coach of the Florida State Seminoles. 40 years he's been the head coach of the Seminoles. Not a bad run, but the only thing missing from his trophy case is that national championship trophy. So we'll talk about that with Eric on the other side of the break in 2 minutes on The Morning Rush. Stay with us.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better. Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
It's Truck Month 2.0 at Harry Robinson, and all the 2018s have got to go. There are only 6 2018 Sierra trucks remaining. They have to sell this month. Discounts over $15,000 off retail while they last. And the all-new 2019 GMC Sierra with a redesigned body style and the all-new tailgate. Take $12,000 off retail or choose 0% for 72 months. It's Truck Month 2.0. All the 18s have got to go at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Partly to mostly sunny sky today. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 70s north, mid 80s south. We could see a stray shower or thunderstorm across the north tonight. An overnight low in the mid to upper 60s. Just a few stray showers and storms on Saturday. Our high near 85. And then a better chance of showers and storms on Sunday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 78 days. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is The Morning Rush.
The Razorbacks are going to the College World Series. Hey, Omaha, start the preparation. They're coming from Fayetteville. They're coming from Little Rock, from Fort Smith, from Pine Bluff, from all four corners of the natural state. College baseball's Emerald City is the destination. A bright red Razorback caravan is headed to Nebraska, and this time we're coming for the whole damn thing.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Fastball Friday presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. 0% financing available on most Buicks. And, in fact, all Buicks have 0% financing. 0 for 72 months on most models. 0 for 60 on the Enclaves. 0 for 72 on everything else, including the Buick Encore. Now, you can get a price of $18,999. That's only $299 a month with approved credit. Or take the 0% for 72 months. It's all available. Plus their 4-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with a new Buick. Hey, it's a great month to stop in. Father's Day weekend, Harry Robinson Buick GMC, Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Arkansas begins their journey in the College World Series tomorrow night against the Florida State Seminoles in Game 1 at 6 p.m. up in Omaha, Nebraska. And Arkansas hasn't played Florida State in quite some time, but there is some familiarity there with Dave Van Horn and Mike Martin. But we want to get the Florida State side of things. So right now let's welcome in on the phone lines Eric Llewellyn, who's the voice of the Florida State Seminoles for the baseball broadcast. Eric, appreciate you joining us. How you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
We're doing great. We know there's a lot of excitement here in the state of Arkansas. I'm sure there's a lot of excitement there in the Florida State fan base as well. But I want to start with Mike Martin and the miracle run that he is on in this postseason play. It was incredible. A lot of people, when the announcement of the Field of 64 was announced, people didn't feel like Florida State necessarily deserved to be there, but there they were. And they've just been on a tear ever since. You've been calling these games. I mean, what's been the key? Because they've beaten some really good teams. They've performed really well. I mean, what's been the change in this team once postseason play hit?
I almost feel like there's been so much outside noise about this being the final season for Coach Martin, and it's attention. This final go around, this final tour, so to speak. It's been attention that Coach Martin's never been real comfortable with. He's never been the guy who wants the spotlight to be on him. He wants it to be about the baseball. He wants it to be about his team. And so having so much of this season be about him and about this being his final year, I think has taken away from it some, has distracted some. And once we got to the postseason, though, the ceremony stopped, the people giving him gifts stopped, all of that stopped, and it seemed to almost just become about baseball again. And I think that's been helpful for the team. But I also think this is a team that going into the season there were high hopes for. I think they were highly rated coming into the year, but it's been a team that's had a lot of youth. They've had some injury issues to overcome, and it just seemed to all come together. Whether it was in that last game in the ACC tournament against NC State or against Georgia or against FAU, really, in the first game in Athens, something just seemed to click, and this team started playing really, really good baseball.
Yeah. I remember 2009 when Arkansas visited Tallahassee, and that was my first time.
I remember it too.
Really my first introduction to Coach Martin, and what a gentleman, what an ambassador, not just for Florida State, but the game of college baseball. And I really left with a great admiration and respect for him, even though Arkansas had come away with the victors that weekend, but just because of how gracious he was with his time, his hospitality. And when this bracket came out, I said, in the story of his final year, I was really rooting for the guy. Now Arkansas's got to play him, and him and Dave have a great relationship. But that's the thing I take away that probably people don't understand. They just see the 40 years and the stories. He's such a great ambassador for the school and the sport, and such a gentleman.
That's the thing. You couldn't have a better representative for your university than Coach Martin. He's always been the same guy. He's always been this gracious, humble guy who really knows that he's been fortunate to have the opportunity that he's had, to have the relationship he's had with his university. He played there. He was an assistant coach there. He was the head coach there. You never, like I said, he never wants it to be about him. He always wants to be about his team, about his team's players, and about the game of college baseball itself. LSU last weekend, and I've heard things that may counter this, but we really felt like the fans were great at LSU. We'd get off the bus and there were people there hugging players and high-fiving players and wishing us luck. And, Coach Martin was quick to point out that that's kind of how the game should be. That's how college baseball should be. And he felt fortunate that we were in that environment. Obviously, he was happy that we won and that we advanced out to Omaha. But, it's one of the things that he loves about coming to Omaha, because the people out here are just so great, and it's such a great representation of the game of college baseball itself, such a great place to have the big stage for college baseball. And, it's been a pleasure to work with the guy. I've known him since I was a student back in the late 80s at FSU, and get an opportunity now for the last 13 years to work with him like this has been just such a pleasure.
We're speaking with Eric Lewallen, the voice of the Florida State Seminoles baseball team right now on the Morning Rush. Eric, let's talk a little bit about the matchup tomorrow between Florida State and Arkansas. Obviously, both teams in this position and both coaches have familiarity with each other. If Florida State, for Arkansas fans that don't know much about the team, what are some of the players that are really going to be the players to watch in this matchup, and especially the pitching matchup with their starter going in Game 1?
Well, it looks like we're going to go with Drew Parrish, who's been the Friday guy all year. He was the Friday guy last year for Florida State after Tyler Holton went down with an elbow injury opening weekend. He's a kid that last summer pitched for Team USA, gave up one hit, no runs against the Cuban national team down in Cuba in what they call their Cuban Yankee Stadium. So he's a kid that has battled and pitched in some big games throughout the course of his career. His numbers this year don't look great on the surface. You've got a couple of outings in there, one against NC State, one against Louisville, that have inflated those numbers. I think you pull those two starts out, and he's got an ERA down in the mid-threes. But he's a guy that, he's going to be a fastball, curveball, changeup. He'll rely a lot on the curveball and the changeup. He's always been a high strikeout guy as far as strikeout rate goes. He's fifth career in strikeouts in Florida State history, and he'll really use the curveball and the changeup really to set up the fastball more than pitching off the fastball itself. So he's when he's on, he's a tough guy. He's a very tough pitcher, but he's not an overpowering guy. He's not a guy that'll get in there at 95 miles an hour and throw it by you. Drew Mendoza, he was a third-round draft pick here in the draft last week. Or I don't even know. Are we last week, or is that 2 weeks ago now? I can't keep track anymore. I've lost track of days. I think I've been home like 6 days in the last month. But Mendoza, he was a highly touted kid coming out of high school, big guy, 6'5", 230 pounds. He had the game-winning hit against LSU, and he's a guy that I think this team really rallies around. He's a leader on the ball club. But you like having that big bat in the middle of the lineup. He had 16 home runs on the season. A guy who really has just become, I think, maybe one of the toughest outs in the game right now. Our leadoff batter, Mike Salvatore, he's a senior. A guy with a on-base percentage around 430. He's hit 340 on the season. He's a guy that gets things started in this lineup. He's that guy, that scrappy guy that just finds ways to get on base. We've had Robbie Martin in the middle of the lineup all year. He'll be the DH. He's been a big RBI guy. He's a freshman. who came in and had an impact immediately. We've got a freshman catcher in Matt Nelson, who is really, as the season has gone, he's gotten better and better, and he's been one of the reasons why this team has been able to get on the run that they've been on. J.C. Flowers is a guy to keep an eye on. He hit 2 home runs in his first 2 years total of college baseball, and this year he's got 13, and he's become our closer after not pitching his first 2 seasons. He was so impressive on the mound, he got drafted in the 3rd round as a pitcher despite having just 1 year of pitching, and as a closer, he only had 25 innings on the season. So he's been a key part of the lineup for Florida State, both as a hitter and as that back-end guy in the bullpen. So, that's just kind of a quick overview of some of the key guys on this lineup. One of the great stories I think they've had during the postseason has been a kid by the name of Tim Becker, and I don't know if you guys have heard the story yet, but he was a kid who was getting recruited out of high school by some schools, tore his ACL, didn't play his senior year, was going to go to junior college and play, but the knee still wasn't quite right, so he just transferred to Florida State and was playing club baseball for FSU. This year, his senior year, he decided, you know what, I'm going to try out for the team. And he tried out, he made the team. He'd been used as a defensive replacement and as a pinch runner throughout the course of the season. They put him in the starting lineup in Athens, and he hit 3 home runs in the Athens Regional, and those were his first 3 career home runs. And he's a guy that most likely will be out in left field when we play Arkansas tomorrow night. So that's been an interesting story throughout the course of the postseason as well.
All right, real quick before we let you get out of here, Eric, obviously Dave Van Horn trying to make a redemption story from Arkansas after being just 1 foul ball away from winning it all last year, trying to make it happen. Yep. Just from somebody who's outside of the state of Arkansas, what do you make of Dave Van Horn and the Arkansas Razorback baseball program and their journey to try to redeem themselves from last year?
Well, we've been here a number of times without walking away with the ultimate prize. So I think, we've got a pretty good perspective on that. He's a guy that I've always had respect for him. When they came to Tallahassee in 2009, I thought he was a class guy who represented the university well, just like I talked about with Coach Martin. He's certainly got a ball club that has the talent to do that. Having a guy like Isaiah Campbell at the front end of the rotation, a guy you can roll out there who seems to have such a good feel, not only have the talent, but really know how to pitch. And then that lineup is something that that's a tough lineup. We certainly, I don't think, faced that kind of lineup in Athens or in Baton Rouge. So he's certainly got the squad to do it and the players to get that job done. It's tough in Omaha, though. We've had our share of unlucky bounces and things not go our way. It's tough. I mean, you've got to have everything clicking, and you've got to have all the breaks go your way to win out here. And it's just I don't think the average fan who may watch and not be tied to a team can appreciate just how tough it is once you get out here to be the last of the 8 teams standing.
Eric Lewallen, the voice of the Florida State Seminoles baseball team. Really appreciate you hopping on with us this morning, Eric. Good luck for the Florida State Seminoles the rest of the way, and good luck on the call tomorrow. And I'm sure we'll be catching up with you maybe way down the road, but who knows, maybe next year again if these 2 teams meet.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate it, man. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. The Morning Rush brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas.
Hey, it's summertime. No better way to enjoy your family, your backyard this summer than with a Doughboy above-ground pool from Burton Pools and Spas, the highest quality of above-ground pools you'll find in the market today. And, hey, Burton's and Doughboy have teamed up for a special package with $800 off select Doughboy packages right now with everything you need to start enjoying the backyard of your dreams with Burton Pools and Spas and a Doughboy above-ground pool. Hey, and with these savings at $800 off, your payments will start at $65 a month with approved credit. Get a Doughboy above-ground pool. Be enjoying your backyard quickly with your family with a Doughboy above-ground pool from Burton Pools and Spas. They're in Fort Smith and in Springdale, always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
When you think about the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, you think about winning. And with more than 500,000 life-changing scholarships awarded so far, you can think about winners like Cole, who won the chance to study psychology at the University of Arkansas, or Miriam, who won an education from Arkansas Tech, or Rafa, who won a scholarship to UA Fort Smith, the first in her family to go to college. Apply for your scholarship now at scholarships.adhe.edu. This is winning.
Invest in your family this summer with a Doughboy above ground pool. Doughboy above ground pools are the highest quality above ground pool on the market. Save up to $800 off on select Doughboy above ground pool packages. That's only $65 a month with your approved credit. Don't miss this sale on Doughboy above ground pools at Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith, and just off I-49 in Springdale. Vacation at home this summer with a Doughboy above ground pool from Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
This is the Morning Rush.
You're born amazing, and at Baptist Health, we want to keep you that way. In fact, that's our mission, to not only provide the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and comprehensive care to support your recovery, but also to be your guide to health. Also, you can keep on inspiring, keep on reaching, and keep on amazing. For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
It's back, it's way back. Hello, this is Jack Dean with Road Chevy in Van Buren. Come in and hit a home run with these savings. Take home a new 2019 Silverado for as low as $29,988, or a new 2019 Chevy Trax with payments starting as low as $299 a month, or save up to $12,000 on a new 2018 Z701 Crew Cab while supplies last. Take a short drive and we'll go the extra mile for you. Road Chevrolet, exit 2A of 5540 in Van Buren. Find new road.
With approved credit, see dealer for details. Joe's Grilling Cantina is the only place to watch the Hogs. Watch every game at Joe's. Enjoy half-price apps and taps during the game. And with TVs all around the restaurant, you'll have a front row seat. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, 10-layer dip, or Joe's humongous sampler platter. All half price. And all beers on tap are half price. Watch every Hog game at Joe's. Half-price apps and taps during every Hog game at Joe's Grilling Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps.
You spend a lot of time worrying about your family, so you shouldn't have to worry about your tires. Protect what matters to you with Michelin tires and experience a clever combination of confidence and performance. This summer, drive away with extra savings too. Between June 12th and July 11th, get a $70 reward card after submission with purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger and light truck tires. Your Michelin tires and savings are waiting for you at Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith. See MichelinMan.com/promo for complete offer details. Offer expires 7/11/2019. Void where prohibited.
Now is the time to book your fundraising and corporate golf outings for 2019 at Eagle Crest Golf Course. Call Eagle Crest now before all the best dates are gone. 479-632-8857. Eagle Crest Golf Course, voted best of the best golf course 2 years in a row. Let their staff take care of everything, from help with your tournament as well as food and beverage service. If you're looking for a place to host your corporate or charity event this year, call Eagle Crest Golf Course. 479-632-8857.
You're telling me there is a place?
3 places, 2 in Fort Smith, 1 in Van Buren.
That can do everything to my pickup?
And my car. Jody'sAuto.com can do everything, from oil changes and maintenance to repairs. All repairs. They'll even tow it in and then fix it if your truck breaks down on the road. One stop everything.
What about tires?
All the best brands. These people really know tires and have free flat repair and free road hazard. Best prices on tires anywhere. Price match guarantee.
Okay, so what's the catch? I bet they don't do financing, right?
Nope, wrong again. Jody'sAuto.com has the best credit card in the car care industry, and you can apply online.
Jody'sAuto.com voted best of the best for customer service, and a big part of that is convenience. One stop for everything. 3 oil change specials, tires, service, repair, maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations since 1984. Convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
Tired of all the broken promises and broken equipment at your current gym? The Fort Smith Athletic Club is the nicest and most well-equipped fitness and tennis club in the area, with a state-of-the-art fitness center, Pilates, fitness classes, personal and group training, and the best tennis facilities in the region. 7 outdoor courts, 5 indoor courts, plus pickleball and racquetball courts, and free child care is included. the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Call 452-4031 for membership information.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It's time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Hey, it is the second annual Customer Appreciation Month going on the entire month of June at the Ozarks. Right now you stop in, check out the store, get a free entry for their Customer Appreciation drawings. They're doing them every Saturday. We're talking over $5,000 in giveaways like weapons, tactical accessories, clothing, and footwear. Every Saturday in the month of June they're doing these, and you can get by and win one of these drawings. Now, a free entry for showing up, an additional entry for every $50 you spend at the Ozarks. So don't miss it. They'll have their third drawing coming up tomorrow. So check it all out. We're talking like a pair of boots worth $150, a shopping spree worth $125. They're even giving away a range membership, and their indoor shooting range is getting ready to have a $250,000 upgrade that they're going to spend. So Philip and the crew are keeping that to be the best shooting range in the state. It's all part of the second annual Customer Appreciation Month going on the entire month at the Ozarks, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
So for your SEC update, Texas A&M has officially announced that it will sell alcohol in their stadium this upcoming football season to the general public, not just you big-time donors. Anybody and everybody, as long as you are over the legal drinking age of 21, you can purchase an alcoholic beverage in Texas A&M in their football games this upcoming season. So I guess they're technically the first team to really go all in on it from the SEC.
It'd be interesting to, I think one school, who was it, Georgia? One of the schools said they were going to wait. I think it was maybe Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia ended up saying they're not going to do it this year, but doesn't mean it won't happen.
I think there will be other schools that wait a year because they weren't ahead of the game on this. You know, so I mean, you're talking about having to get with, in Arkansas, it's been Sodexo is who they use. You've got to make sure that you've got a lot of the people in place to make it. Now they have limitations. You can't have beer vendors coming up and down the aisles. There's only going to be certain places within the stadium you can sell it. Not going to do it after the third quarter. But what you don't want to do is get off to the wrong start and not have the personnel in place, the people in place to make it all happen this year.
Right. Yeah. Because I think that if Arkansas, I don't know, like, when do you think they'll announce it, if they'll do it or not? Do you think that'll come soon? You feel like there's only a certain amount of time you have to make it happen.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Hunter Yurachek was on this committee that kind of took this to the SEC power decision. He was on that committee that was tasked with coming up with a plan to do this. So I would imagine Arkansas wouldn't be behind the curve if they were wanting to do it this year. They should be ahead of the curve because he had a good feel of what was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. If Arkansas was able to do it and they're able to pull it off, I think that would be
how much demand is there? I mean, I know there's fans that want to drink beer, but I just don't get the feeling that, remember, we do live in the buckle of the Bible Belt here.
Yeah, I think some people would just kind of be taking it as, it'd be cool, but let's see how it goes first.
Yeah. Hey, brought to you by Crabtree RV, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. The all-new Collision Center is open, so if you need RV body and paint work or any service work done, they can take care of you at Crabtree RV in Alma. The all-new Collision Center, open and ready for you at Crabtree RV, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel. It's where your family's dreams come true.
877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Qualified Oklahoma and Arkansas residents affected by flooding can get $500 disaster relief assistance toward a new Toyota. Toyota's disaster relief assistance is available on new Toyota vehicles financed through TFS. Finance charges and other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details. Offer in 7-8-19.
Tommy Kraft for the Fence Man. Do you own a business that needs more security? Or maybe you just want a better look and more curb appeal? A new fence from the Fence Man can give you both. In business for more than 40 years, the Fence Man can custom install any type of fencing, gates, controlled access, and card readers. Call the Fence Man for a quick, no obligations quote. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
For almost 70 years, Crabtree RV in Alma has been helping people in the River Valley get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And that tradition continues today with our brand new body shop, a first-class service department, and a friendly staff to help you choose from the top brands in the industry. So put away the devices and get out this summer to enjoy all that the natural state has to offer. With a little help from Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Alma Tractor and Equipment and New Holland is here to help you tackle spring during our Dealer Days event. Take advantage of special offers and finance options on all New Holland tractors, from compact tractors all the way up to utility tractors. Get cash back plus 4.5% for 60 months or 0% for 84 months. Show your field who's boss with a New Holland tractor and save big during Dealer Days at Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma. Hurry, sale ends June 30th.
Oh, hey, do you know what goes great with your favorite tunes? Cold beer from Sody's Wine and Spirits. Did you know that at Sody's you can choose from over 600 single bottles of craft beer in their Pick 6 section to make your own six-pack? And for the freshest beer, be sure to pick up a growler. Order online at mysodys.com and pick up in the drive-thru. Or download the new Sody's app and save 10% on your first order. For the full Sody's experience, go to I-540 in Phoenix and Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3.
We got cowboys, we got truckers, broken-hearted fools and suckers, and we got hustlers, we got fighters, early birds and all-nighters, and the veterans talk about their battle scars.
You're listening to the nonsensical life of John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
I love this bar.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It is a Friday, and it is that time as we welcome in the man, Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, good morning, guys. Looking forward to this weekend, Father's Day, and a big game for the Razorbacks, and just a lot of fun things going on this weekend, especially at Rath Auto Resources during the summer sales drive. We've got a showroom full of fun things. We're giving away everything from tents and camp chairs to kayaks and mountain bikes. A grand prize trip to Big Cedar Lodge at the end of this thing. So we're having a great time. You don't have to purchase anything. Just come in, see the showroom, have a good time with one of the solution specialists. Let those guys show you some of this Rath Road Ready inventory. Folks, we've got a big inventory, cars, trucks, SUVs, all the most popular makes and models right here in one spot at Rath Auto Resources. All of them priced to save you some real money right now. Extra for trades. We're making it easy, too, with easy financing during the summer sales drive. The Meineke Car Care Center, they've got some great things going on. Big special on tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on all tires in the Meineke Car Care Center. Free AC checks and 10% off all AC work. So come in and get that car taken care of that you're driving now. If you're keeping it, maybe trade that thing off, get you something nicer, newer during the summer sales drive at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Centers. We're at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, the corner of Don Tyson and 71B in Springdale, or you can check us out online at rathauto.com.
All right, that's Rath Auto Resources getting you ready for Father's Day weekend. Fort Smith and in Springdale. Happy Father's Day, Larry.
Well, happy Father's Day right back to you and everybody else out there. Have a great weekend.
And?
Oh, folks, come and see us.
There you go. had to make sure you got your tagline in there.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right.
Take care of it.
All right. Appreciate it. Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Yeah, and that's a great reminder, Tommy, because there are some people out there that I'm sure have forgotten that it is Father's Day weekend, after all.
It is. I've been reminding everyone in my house it's Father's Day weekend.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Be nice for 4 days to me, but they're saying, no, it's one day, and we may not be nice that day, so.
Yeah, you said you were cooking on your Father's Day, though, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah. I'm actually going to do it tomorrow and get it ready for the ball game tomorrow night.
So what do you say, or what would you say you're more than likely going to get from your family? Is it just going to be kindness? Is it going to be actual gifts? Is it going to be cars?
Kindness, yeah, I can forget that.
Yeah. Well, at least you know what you're going into and you know what to expect. Yeah. But
no, I put a sign-up sheet for the shoulder massage and foot rubs, but no one's signed up yet. It's hanging on the fridge, but you
just got to send those reminders out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I got to send them reminders out. Let's go to the phone lines. Robert's in Fort Smith. What's going on, Robert?
Hey, guys, real quick, I talked to y'all a couple of weeks ago. Y'all were talking about the beer thing, but I really don't think we're going to get that knee-jerk decision or quick jerk because of the bullpen out there at Razorback baseball, because if we sell beer, I know Budweiser and Miller Lite, they're going to want a piece of that. And they're going to be like, well, why do you sell? You let them in there with it, and, we're going to sell it. I just don't think, unless, like y'all talked about before, that, basketball and football get this, and baseball, this is how we're going to do it there. So I'm just, that's where I'm kind of at on that.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys.
I appreciate it, Robert. No, I think that's the one thing that will constantly be brought up with this and why I think Arkansas is really going to look at it, because let's be honest, Tommy, I know that, the hog pen isn't everything and not the most important thing when it comes to the finances of Razorback baseball, but it certainly has the spirit of Baum-Walker Stadium out there, and if you change it, it's not going to be the same anymore.
No, it drives right to the heart of what Baum-Walker's all about.
That's right.
Can't start messing with that. Hey, take Dad to the Catfish Kitchen this weekend. It's at the top of Logtown Hill in Van Buren. Dad loves catfish. They got a lunch special today, starting at $6.99. They got that every day. And you can try the 3-piece catfish filet dinner, hand-cut fries, and all the fixings, just $9.99. Dad would love some shrimp this weekend. They do shrimp any way you can imagine. Gumbo. They got burgers and sandwiches on the menu. Great sides. Get all the catfish you can stand at the Catfish Kitchen, top of Logtown Hill, right across from the police department in Van Buren. That's 727 Fayetteville Road.
Summertime is fun time, and we're all about it at Rath Auto Resources. Hi, folks. Larry Rath here with exciting news about our summer sales drive. We're out to break every sales record this summer, and we're doing it with extra for trades, fast, easy financing for every situation, and huge discounts on our entire Rath road-ready inventory. Like these special purchase 2018 Toyota Corolla LEs for only $14,848 or $0 down and $229 a month while they last. Plus, we'll be giving away a showroom full of summer fun prizes, including a grand prize trip to Big Cedar Lodge. Or let us take care of the car you have with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work in our Meineke Car Care Center. Don't wait. Give us a call, go online, or visit us today to save some real money on a nicer, newer car and register to win fun prizes during the summer sales drive at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
No purchase necessary. 0 down payment with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Kofer's Boat Center, your authorized Mercury dealer, has been helping our customers create a lifetime of family memories for over 45 years. Kofer's carries the brands you trust like low aluminum fishing boats, low pontoons, and Bayliner powered by Mercury. Fish the finest in Triton tournament bass boats to fit every budget. Or come check out the best-selling towboats in the industry from Malibu and Axis, ready to create the best wakes and surf waves you've ever experienced. Stop by and see all the options available for your family's time on the water at Kofer's, or visit our website at kofers.com.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
ESPN 95.3.
Ain't nothing that a beer can't fix. Ain't no pain it can't wash away. From the moment that it hits your lips, makes those clouds look a little less gray.
All over the great state of Arkansas.
Waits on the first one from Posey. Here it comes, a curveball swung on, drilled into deep left field. That's trouble. It's down for a hit, and it'll go to the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Cox. They wave him home. Arkansas wins. The Hogs are going to Omaha. The Razorbacks score 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Andrew Darr drives in a pair with a double, and the Hogs are headed to the College World Series.
This is the Morning Rush.
life ain't fair.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Fastball Friday presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Yeah, happy Father's Day from Harry Robinson. It's Truck Month 2.0. All the remaining 18 Sierras have got to go this month. They are making great deals with over $15,000 off retail on remaining Sierra Denali's. These are the fully loaded Denali trucks, so get by and see them while they last. I think they got 4 left now. They're parked underneath the front awning there at Harry Robinson, so you'll see them when you pull up. 18 Sierra trucks, over $15,000 off retail. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
I want to remind everybody, too, that the Stadium Shop, this was just coming from Robert Mann over there. He was telling me that they got all of their College World Series official gear now. Shirts, all that good stuff, which you all want to be official. Don't you want to be official, Tommy? You don't want this knockoff stuff. You want the official College World Series stuff. That's what the Stadium Shop has right now.
He was telling, he had the locker room hats, which are what you saw the team wearing there just moments after the game. And so those are in. There's a limited number of those. So if you want to go to Omaha and be in style and go in style, they've got them, but you better get them quick because I'm telling you, these things are kind of collector's items too, you know. So you need to get by and see Robert and the family, get an Omaha shirt. Dad would love anything from the Stadium Shop. So get by, whether it's a game table, like a poker table, they have those. I love those game cabinets. They got Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Galaga. Those would be neat to have in the house to have a Razorback game cabinet. You can check those out and play with them right there at the Stadium Shop. So get by. Omaha stuff, the locker room hats, they've got it all from people that love the Razorbacks, alumni of the university, family-owned business. It's right there on Razorback Road, 989 South Razorback Road, right next to Baum-Walker Stadium. It's the Stadium Shop, getting you Father's Day and Omaha ready.
Yeah, by the way, I saw you play Galaga. You're a little rusty when you probably used to play it back in your old days, spending all your money in quarters, going to the arcade, but you need some work on that Galaga game.
I did get through the second challenge at least. So
yes.
Challenge stage.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. It needs some work.
Yeah. Those were the good old days, weren't they, Tommy?
When you had no cares in life. You know, my kids think they got it rough now. They don't understand how rough it's going to get someday when you got, real responsibilities in life.
Exactly. Have you ever thought about a ballpark estimate of how much you spent in an arcade? Like, if you could go back and look at all the money you spent in an arcade or at a gaming system, how much money you could probably have right now?
In gaming, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've spent a lot more on my kids' gaming stuff, though, than I ever did mine. I had an Atari when I was real young, and then we graduated to the first ever Nintendo.
Big time.
And that was kind of it when we were kids. I mean, we didn't get a lot of that. I mean, there just wasn't a lot of that stuff to get.
Right.
So,
right. Hey, I remember when my dad first...
Games where you go outside and you play in the street. You know, those were our video games, was like, we lived on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Yeah,
so we had a huge cul-de-sac. Yeah, and it was great. So all the kids, we'd play in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. I will say, though, that in retrospect, I also remember when my dad first got our DVD player, and it was like $1,000.
Hey, I remember.
It was a Pro Scan.
I remember like yesterday, the first VHS player we got, VCR. We had the first time we got a VCR. Someone didn't have the money to pay Dad for some legal work he'd done, and they gave him a VCR instead. And it had a remote, but the remote wasn't wireless. It was wired. You had to plug the remote into the front of it. I mean, we're probably going back to early 80s. When VHS tape came out in place of Beta.
Man. Yeah, that's way back when.
Yeah.
I
remember that. It was worth hundreds of dollars back then.
Yeah, now... Actually, you know what? Now it probably is still worth hundreds of dollars.
Probably still worth $100. No, well, it's in the Smithsonian. No.
Yeah, exactly, for different reasons why it's worth so much. Not for the quality of it, that's for sure. Let's go to the phone lines. Larry's in Barling. What's going on, Larry?
All right. Good morning, guys. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course.
Hey, I called this in because you guys are playing a bunch of beer songs, and this is for all the older listeners. I had a Tom T. Hall song called I Love Beer. It's called I Love Beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow.
I remember this one.
That's all I'm going to say, but you know what? We have a lot of good Arkansas University people that has been recognized. The Lady Golf people person. Sorry. I'm on my 5 o'clock right now.
Sounds like you've been in the beer. So
Fassy, yeah. And plus we had the indoor women's championship, won pretty good. And so that's Thank you. Go Hogs.
Okay, thanks, Larry.
Larry's always been a good caller, and not that was a bad call, but Larry was a little off his game there. I think he'd been picking up what we've been putting down on some of this musical theme we've had going on for a week or two.
Are we influencing people with our music here on the Morning Rush?
At this hour?
At this hour? Yeah, this hour of the day.
Listen, you got to listen. If we're the problem, you've got a problem.
Exactly. And just like our liner says, you can't drink all day unless you start early. Isn't that
he took it to heart.
Isn't that the old moniker that you have, the old motto there? But yeah, no, but that's what's fun about it is because right now, and I don't know if you've recognized this too, Tommy, because I was talking with some buddies about this, that Razorback fans in general, it's amazing when they are competitive in a sport that they care about, like right now for baseball, and everywhere you go, whether it's a store or the gym or gas station, whatever it is, people are talking about it. People are excited about it.
Yep.
People who aren't even baseball fans. Like when I went to CrossFit the other day, and there's some people
humble brag.
Such a humble brag. But then when I went there, there's certain people that I talked to more than others, but there were people that I haven't talked to ever, and they were coming up and just talking about the baseball game and talking about the Razorbacks. People that I know for a fact probably have not watched one single baseball game all year, but they know it's a big deal and that they're talking about it. And it's funny how the mood and the emotion and the elevation of everybody, it becomes such a big part, not of their life, but just a big part of what they're paying attention to.
Yeah, they don't know if they're runs or points, but they know they're Razorbacks. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the deal is we're Razorback fans. So it's exciting because, and we've talked about this angle, Arkansas is just craving a winner so badly right now that you found one with Dave Van Horn in this baseball program. So even if football or basketball is your sport, you're gonna latch onto this because finally something is relevant on the national level consistently. This isn't a flash in the pan. Dave had one good year and it's going to be 5 or 6 more before you can get back there. No, sir. This is a program that's relevant, and I don't know. I don't have enough feel to say, but it sure feels to me like Arkansas and Dave Van Horn has built a top 5 national program. We know they're having a top 5 year, but am I wrong about that? Am I right? I mean, what are the best 5 college baseball programs in America? It feels like Arkansas right now is amongst those consistently.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe I'm homering up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's programs that obviously you could just name off the top of your head. Florida's a great baseball program right now. I think that Oregon State, obviously, with winning the championship last year, they're a great program. If you want to throw in teams like LSU, who just seems to be perennial
always
there.
They're always going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, they're always there. Texas is all. I mean, this year they were not that great, but they're normally a baseball program that a lot of people look at. Even some smaller ones like Cal State Fullerton. That's considered to be a great baseball program. But right now, Tommy, if you asked anybody, even outside the state of Arkansas, ask guys like Kendall Rogers from D1Baseball.com or whoever it is, if you said name the top 5 baseball programs in the country right now, I don't know how you don't name Arkansas in the top 5, even though they don't have a championship. But I don't see how any way that you could say that they're not a top 5 program right now in college baseball.
Particularly moving forward because, I mean, unless something beyond our ability to see this happens, Dave Van Horn's going to be the coach here for a while. He's still young enough to coach as long as he wants to, and the recruiting's on the upward trend, not flat or to the downward trend. So, I mean, I just think, now and moving forward, this is going to be a program that's going to be in contention to be in Omaha year in, year out. Louisville's another one I would throw in there. They're there this year. They've been, 5 of the last 12? I mean, they're kind of on the same level as Arkansas as far as College World Series appearances. They're in a great conference like the ACC. I'm just kind of racking my mind. Who else would – I mean, Arkansas is certainly in the conversation with any of these programs.
Tommy, last 11 years –
Vanderbilt's got to be in there.
Yep. Yeah. Last 11 years, Tommy, Arkansas is tied with TCU for 5 College World appearances since 2009. There's only one team ahead of them, and that's Florida. And they have 7 College World Series appearances last year. So if you want to just narrow it down to a little over the past 10 years, Arkansas has pretty much been as dominant as anyone, and that's including a lot of those teams. Vanderbilt, I think, has 4. LSU has 4, and a lot of the other teams John listed. Yeah. But the fact that Arkansas has been to 5 in the last 11 years, which basically equates to almost every other year, is pretty remarkable from Dave Van Horn's ball club.
And the point is, the fans want a winner, and this gravitates you back towards a winner, John. I mean, because football's nowhere near anything like this.
No.
You can't even think about being in this class.
Yeah.
Or basketball's been a little better than football, but still, I mean, this would be like going to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, 5 out of 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
And here's the thing, too, Tom, because I talked about it last year, too. It didn't happen this way, but just imagine, because it's fun to imagine, if Arkansas wins the national championship this year, the College World Series title, I'm not saying that it'll excuse everything from if the football season's not that great. But it'll certainly be one of those things that if the football season goes, say if they go 5-7, don't make a bowl game, still not great, but it's better or whatnot, people are continually going to be like, well, that wasn't that great, but we won the national championship in college baseball. It's going to basically pour over for I don't know how long, but people are always going to point back and look at that and be appreciative and be proud of it and stick their chest out a little bit. Even if the football team's not that great, even if the basketball team's not that great, you're still going to have to say, well, we won the national championship in baseball.
I just want to be in the club, kind of, so to speak. And I want Dave to get there. I mean, I think I want it for the fan base and for me and whatever. But
you want to be in the champagne room.
Right. But I want to see Dave get there because I think he's earned it. You admire the guy. That's what I want to see as much as him. But you don't want to be amongst the best without. You don't want to be the guy that's, the best golfer to never win a major, the best baseball program to not win the title. Mm-hmm. For all the love and admiration Mike Martin's going to get, he's been 17 times and not won the whole thing. So that's always going to be, you'll be grateful to go that many times, but man, 17 and goose eggs?
I can't imagine.
I'd trade in I guarantee he'd trade in a bunch of them for one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because that one means everything and can mean a lot, especially for Dave Van Horn. If he's able to get it this year, but it starts tomorrow against Florida State, man, just a little over, about, 18 hours away, something like that? I mean, it's here, folks, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
18 hours, it would be 20.
Or 36.
You're adding the wrong, you're subtracting 36. When you need to be adding.
It's 36 hours. It's early, Tommy. You know us in math on this show.
I know what you mean. It's 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
That's right, 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That's all you need to know. Don't worry about the things that I'm saying. So, but
it's about 34 to be accurate.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you, Tommy, for giving us that.
33 and a half.
33 and a half, for getting specific here. Yeah,
who's counting?
Exactly. So, we got one final commercial break. We got one final segment to take here on the Morning Rush before the weekend and before the College World Series, and we are brought to you by the Ritchie Bros.
Yeah, if you need to sell heavy equipment and any other assets, Ritchie Brothers and Iron Planet can help you do that with unprecedented choices of ways to sell when, where, and how you want to do it. They've been doing it for 60 years with operations worldwide, and with Ritchie Brothers, you can count on them for the experience, the solutions, and the global reach to maximize your return. Now, you can take advantage of an unreserved on-site auction, a weekly online auction. They got reserved online marketplaces, as well as Ritchie Brothers and Iron Planet's global marketing and extensive buyer network. Call our man David Lee, 479-322-2052. That's 322-2052, or online at ritchiebros.com.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You can shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
0% financing and huge spring savings on new Buicks at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 2019 Buick Encore, only $18,999 or just $299 a month. That's a 2019 for under $19,000. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most Buick models, including the Cascada, Encore, Regal, LaCrosse, and Envision. Spring into savings at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson. My mom and dad founded Razorback Camper Sales 50 years ago. It all started back in 1969 on the corner of St. Louis and Airport Road in Hot Springs. Spending time with family and helping our customers make lasting memories is what we've been doing for the last half-century. Isn't that right, Mac?
That's right, Papa!
From all of us at Razorback Camper Sales, thank you for the last 50 years.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
There's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places. Qualified Oklahoma and Arkansas residents affected by flooding can get $500 disaster relief assistance toward a new Toyota. Toyota's disaster relief assistance is available on new Toyota vehicles financed through TFS. Finance charges and other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details. Offer in 7/8/19.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's your piece of land, your point of pride, your place of peace and quiet. Your yard means something to you. So mow like you mean business with a professional-grade Gravely zero-turn mower. Gravely means comfort. Gravely means strength. Gravely means cutting precision. Gravely mowers mean business. Gravely, build to mow the distance.
Visit Bush Machine and Tractor, 73010 Street in Fort Smith, or at bushtractor.com.
Mosquito Joe. Outside is fun again. Stephanie, people ask us all the time, what does that mean? Why don't you explain that to them?
For my husband, it was always fun because, he doesn't get bit. But for me and the kids, Mosquito Joe has been a game changer. We can now go outside without coating ourselves with bug spray or smacking ourselves in the face. Put down the bug spray, pick up the phone. 479-202-9960. That's 479-202-9960. Or go to our website, arkansas.mosquitojoe.com. If you mention you heard it on ESPN, you'll get your first treatment for $39.
Spring has arrived, and it's time to get your golf game in shape. The Golf Nut is your one-stop shop for everything golf. Looking for a new driver or fairway wood? Try out the new Callaway Epic Flash, tailor-made M5 or M6, the new Ping G410, or the Cobra F9. Need shoes? The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes from FootJoy, Adidas, New Balance, Skechers, and Echo, and the new FootJoy shirts are now back in stock. As always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Evans Body Shop is ready to get your vehicle spiffed up for all the fun activities and trips that come along with the summer. Spend your days at the pool, not worrying about getting your car fixed. We'll do that for you. We will work with you and your insurance company to make the entire process easy. Follow us on Facebook so that you won't miss your chance to win Parrot Islet tickets throughout the summer. Stop in today, 412 Portland Avenue, Van Buren, and you'll see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Have you been looking for your next place to call home and just haven't found the right one? Then it's time to check out the properties at Trinity Multifamily. With a variety of apartments, duplexes, townhomes, and houses, there is surely one to fit your needs. Whether it's in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, or Central Arkansas that you are looking at, they have you covered. Give them a call today. Trinity Multifamily, 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in.
You can't drink all day unless you start early. This is the Morning Rush.
Final segment here on the Morning Rush, brought to you by Supercuts of Arkansas. They are hiring licensed cosmetologists and barbers. Join their family and take advantage of their amazing benefits, growth opportunity, and continued education. Team members will earn up to 2 weeks of paid time off, commission-based performance pay, great tips, birthday pay, company-sponsored health insurance, and so much more. As a team member, you will attend the Supercuts Hairstylist Training Academy for 1 week cost-free and extensive color training and additional training seminars and recertification class each year. Simply apply online at supercuts.com or contact Joe at 520-203-4316. Supercuts, the next step to secure your future. Also want to remind everybody that we are having a watch party over at Joe's Grill and Cantina for the Razorback baseball game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and against Florida State in the College World Series. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to be out there doing the pregame show as well at 4 o'clock, heading right into the IMG broadcast with Phil Elson and Bubba Carpenter from there. And Joe's, remember, has half-price apps and taps during Razorback baseball games. I guess we got to verify with our guy Wade over there, Tommy. Does that include the pregame, or is it just when first pitch happens? I mean, because what are we looking at here?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Need to put the pressure on him a little bit and let him know. Just be like, hey, man, people are wondering. Because I've had people text me about it. They say, hey, so is that when the broadcast starts, or when it starts getting hyped up for the game, or is when first pitch happens? I was like, well, just good question. Just come the whole time. And you won't have to worry
during
about it.
But hey, we'll show up at 4 and we'll let you know.
There you go. Exactly.
Chips and salsa are on us.
That's right.
John and I are picking up the tab on all the chips and salsa.
Chips, salsa, water, napkins. We can bring you a bowl of lettuce for free, I think. Yeah. Yeah. We'll take care of you. Take care of you. Make sure you won't go hungry or go thirsty.
That's the thing. You will not go hungry at Joe's.
No. No, it's gonna be fantastic. It's not
thin, crispy chips are addictive over there.
Well, and especially if the Hogs are doing really well and performing well, you're gonna want to sit there and watch the whole game. So you're gonna have to keep on eating to make it all work. So, and as a reminder too, that if Arkansas wins, they will play at 6 p.m. on Monday night against the winner of Texas Tech and Michigan.
Yeah.
And if they lose, they will be playing at 1 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah. All right, now we need to, just keeping everybody up to date, you're going to be at Leavenworth Restaurant.
Correct.
Up in Omaha Monday morning, and you're going to be there every morning all next week as long as the Hogs are there. So
that's right.
Monday and Tuesday for sure, and we're hoping a lot longer. So Leavenworth, that's the number 11 and the name Worth, right?
Yep.
So we're going to say that John's he's gone to Leavenworth. So
yeah, just say that, people will figure it out. But no.
So the Morning Rush live from Omaha next Monday, and then listen, if you're headed to Omaha, you want to keep up with what we have going on. Listen into the shows. Use the hitthatline.com. It's real easy. There's a button right there on your phone to listen live. It's easy to do. You can use the TuneIn app, but the hitthatline.com is the easiest way to keep up while you're in Omaha with everything we have going on and to listen into any of our shows.
Because I know it's crazy. People may not understand this, but our Morning Rush network does not carry all the way to Omaha via terrestrial radio. Yeah. It does not do that. So there's the only better way to do it. The only best way to do it is by going
to. It's on the fringe.
It's on the fringe. Yes, of course. It's just on the fringe. So just go to hitthatline.com, listen in. Be sure to download the podcast as well, because those are going to be a lot of fun. And Tommy, I cannot promise you that no shenanigans will take place with me while I'm up in Omaha, but I will make sure to represent you and the company very well.
I'm sure I can bail you out by credit card. So.
Yeah, hopefully they take American Express, because you're probably going to need to give them those digits.
Don't leave home without it.
Exactly. Appreciate everybody listening in to the Morning Rush today. For Tommy Kraft and Ty Richardson, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel, next Monday, live from Omaha, Nebraska for the College World Series. Everybody enjoy the game. Remember to come out to Joe's Grill and Cantina tomorrow night. Have a great day, everybody, and a great weekend.